Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Anyways, we're
Okay.
back on 25.
Episode
Episode
25.
25.
AKA LAP.
Oh, lab.
Oh yeah, lab.
LAP.
Lap.
Lost Adventures Podcast. LAP.
I never
Lap.
realized that until I was putting the initials
Yeah.
in.
You wanna
Yeah, I
you
saw
wanna
that and I
go
was
and
like-
watch Lap?
Oh wait, we should explain to them. We actually finally got our art for the channel.
For free.
It took me 2 days.
4 months?
Not really. I did it.
It's
in
like
one
3
night.
weeks.
You did it like in one day.
I did it in one day because Joseph was harassing me. He wouldn't pay me.
Yeah, we're not going to pay you at all.
I hope you enjoy that penny.
Thank you, Joseph.
Well, that penny was facing on tails, so
No,
it's bad
you got
luck.
it from your table, so it's,
I know, but it was facing
it's
tails, so
neutral.
it was
It's
bad luck.
neutral.
And then I
It's
picked
not
it up
neutral.
and then I threw it away.
Yeah, no, that was a different penny.
Wow, Joseph.
Okay, anyways, what are we reviewing for today?
Oh,
Fairy.
a fairy tale and Ready Player One that Carlos didn't get to go see.
Yeah, because I'm not going to watch the movie.
And the next podcast, we're going to review 2 animes.
Two animes. Oh yeah.
Which animes?
Okay, we're gonna watch a pretty good anime, spoiler
It's pretty
alert,
popular.
called Assassination Classroom.
Ew.
And
So that one's
And-
gonna be fun. And then Axel?
We're gonna watch the best quad movie anime ever.
I mean,
It's
wait, technically it counts as anime, because like the style.
yeah. We're gonna watch Hot Wheels,
I thought we were watching-
Highway
I
35,
thought we were watching
and
Garfield.
Accelerators. No, we changed
We
it.
changed
Remember?
it.
Why?
Because
like we don't really have a lot to say about that.
Garfield
Because,
just,
we've
like-
all,
Why?
I think
Was
we all
it-
watched it, right?
Why?
yeah, we've all already watched it.
Why?
It's a good movie.
Explain to me.
With this, it's
Whoa,
like
whoa,
something
whoa,
like
whoa,
most of you guys haven't
listen,
seen.
you
We
guys
have
told me I've
classics
never
like-
even heard of
We
this.
have
Hold
classics
the
like
horn.
the...
Hold the horn.
What?
I was excited when you said Garfield. I was like, yes,
Why?
Garfield.
We'll watch it the other week, alright?
You
No.
sassy little boy.
Oh
You
my
want to
God,
not
little
hang out
boy.
tomorrow? You don't want to hang
Little
out
boy.
Well,
Saturday?
Tice, you gotta figure this. We watched some pretty obscure stuff like the Bionicle trilogy.
Yeah, we did.
So
Watch
this is
all of
like this is our ball game with Hot Wheels,
and also it's another nostalgic thing that me and Axel go back to.
and we can like gush over.
Gay lords.
Well, we didn't
it. Oh my
like. I
goodness.
expected we need to like maybe someday let's watch the other Bionicle movies.
The
Maybe.
do
No.
you mean the Hero Factory series?
No.
Uh-huh.
Well, read the manga.
The manga,
Well, I mean there is.
Don't
Yeah,
say
the
you
manga
like
and comic book.
the
Yeah.
movie
yeah.
if you've never read the manga.
Let me just say, if you watch those old commercials of Bionicle, oh my god,
I really like the little commercial. I don't know why they always like.
they were always so. Holy crap!
Alright.
And then the Baracas came out.
Yeah, and then Paraka.
The Beast.
Which you guys don't know, but I actually have some Hot Wheels in my
Yeah,
what's it
we
called?
know.
Joseph, what
In
do
my
you do
box.
with Hot Wheels?
To be honest, Hot Wheels is probably like one of those things I always remember in my
It's
childhood.
very iconic.
And they're easy to get too.
Oh, I remember
Not
playing
really.
with those in preschool. I never knew how to make the ramps properly, so they would.
I actually never got the Rams. My dad would always buy me like cars and stuff,
Yeah.
but
I always-
he never bothered buying me like.
I
play
always
sets.
bought like the little playsets things, but I never really built them properly. So I was always just go up the stairs and just like slide them down. And it's like, all right,
That's
whoever.
what I did. Like I used to live in the apartments back, behind me right now.
Yeah.
What's it called? They used to have this small little ramp where people would like with people with disabilities, roll up there and do their laundry and stuff.
Oh,
And like I would always block that off with like Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
I feel
And
like
it wasn't like one or two; it was like 50 of them at the same time.
I feel like now I just see you playing with those Hot Wheels, and then it's just like a person like, "Excuse me, could you please get out of the way?"
Oh yeah, no, that happened plenty of times because it wasn't just like me. Because there was like a bunch of others. There was like 5 other kids, and we all brought out our Hot Wheels.
Oh my god, these are so fun.
I remember someone told me.
Yeah, I never got into Pokemon when I was a child.
That
I
Yeah,
got into
yeah,
Hot
yeah.
Wheels.
It was always Bionicles and Hot Wheels.
I was
really-
into
I mean, I
Yeah.
got into Pokemon eventually, but then like
I got into Pokemon when I was 12 and 13.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
but
I
that
got-
I never did.
And that wasn't even that far away. That was 2012 and 13.
and then after
Yeah.
that, it was just like Pokemon. And like, it's
and now
okay.
I basically know everything about Pokemon.
I know more than you. You're a
Well, I mean, you probably did because you've been a fan longer than I
no,
am.
the same year as you. 12, 13.
Oh, well, then I'm better.
I got
better.
into the
I'm
series
better.
fully with Heart Gold.
I'll
and that was like
go
the
get
best game I
Pokemon
ever
Stadium
played.
2 and we'll have it.
All
We'll have
right,
at
we
it.
will. We will.
Or you can Coliseum because that's easier to get.
No, you have to play a Hot Wheels Trackmaster.
Oh, I used to.
I used to have a Hot Wheels game.
I had
I
had
always
two.
wanted one for the.
I also had the 2 Bionicle games.
I had 3 actually. I had a Hot Wheels game which was like Super Stunt Master
I
or whatever.
I remember going to this guy's
Highway
house
35?
that he used to take care of me, and he always had like really rare Hot Wheels, and I always wanted to steal them because they were so.
Oh
nice.
no, trust me. the way that we always played with them back over there, I think I have a couple that I probably stole.
Oh, I love stealing Hot
So
Wheels
yeah.
as a kid because I could never afford them, but I
You're
would
the problem
take
for
them.
America.
We need more Hot
I mean,
Wheels.
that's the thing with like Pokemon cards too, where it's like
Yeah,
a
steal.
majority of them will just probably be stolen, and you
Yeah.
probably won't even notice until like you realize,
Guys,
dang, Joey stole my Rattata.
My Rattata.
Guys, though, maybe we should get onto the review.
Not really. We could pull this nostalgia train for another.
Yeah.
No.
I used to love Hot
Okay,
Wheels as a
the thing,
kid.
remember the Bionicle game they made for the PS2, which was like a first-person
Wasn't that-
shooter?
Oh yeah, I remember playing
What?
like a.
Wasn't that completely terrible though?
Yeah, it was.
I remember
Yeah.
playing that for a bit. I was like, what is this?
I bought that game twice.
Why?
Because it was like I got it for Christmas one day.
You lost it.
You got it again?
No, and I played it like because like you gotta remember like I was a huge like really into Bionicles.
Nerd.
Like I had all 3 of the movies and I watched them religiously. I had an entire shelf. You see this shelf I have right here?
Yeah.
Well, they can't see it, but that used to all be Bionicle.
That's terrible.
Please
I feel bad for you.
put a picture of a shelf in the
No,
thumbnail.
A shelf of Bionicles.
Put
No.
and then just put like thumbnails of Bionicles like from the movies.
But I actually never bothered to like actually
Yeah.
create my own Bionicles,
Alright.
even though that was the whole point.
So,
Yeah,
But
you
yeah, that
just-
game was shit.
Yeah, there was a really.
Oh yeah, I didn't even mention how I lost it. Like when I moved over here
You lost
to
it.
my actual house right now, I lost it, and so I got really mad because I was like, dang, I missed Bionicle Heroes for the PS2,
The
I
greatest game of all
and
time.
then I bought it again.
I remember always going to the swap meets there. They always sold Hot Wheels for like 50 cents. I'm
Yeah.
like, 50 cent Hot Wheels.
I remember just buying a whole pack of Hot Wheels for like one birthday, and that was the happiest day of my life.
Wow, how rich are
Really?
you to buy a whole pack of Hot Wheels?
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was in
5
Toys
cents.
R Us during the time when Toys R Us was
Oh.
still a thing.
They're still
Oh,
looking
alright.
for now. For like 1 month now.
Well, there's a timer going down now.
Tick, tick, tick.
I mean,
Yeah.
our Toys R Us is getting shut down. I think next week.
They're gonna have a sale, right?
Oof, maybe I
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
Oof, maybe I should go there and buy
We
some
should
Hot
probably go
Wheels.
Well, they have everything 30% off right
Yeah,
now,
we
but
probably should.
but given that no one's still going, they're probably gonna have to raise the discounts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like, probably
Just-
by
just
the
to
last week they'll
just-
probably raise like 50.
But like, don't bother going there for like electronics because they're not doing it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They're still full priced.
that's so weird.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, because people still go there for their
Okay.
electronics, so it makes sense.
How are we gonna get our toys
I feel that's
now?
gonna change into a giant Radio Shack.
Amazon?
Oh.
Dude,
Well, I like going to stores and getting the toys. Like, what if they're
If
like...
you go to Toys R Us though?
No,
Exactly.
remember you gotta remember before Thais was a part of the group.
Uh-huh.
Me, Axel, and Carlos, and all our other friends. That used to be like our hangout for a majority of like when we used to hang out. We used to just go to Toys R Us and just
fuck around.
fuck around.
Didn't you guys want to buy a belt, but you never did?
Oh yeah,
We're
that's the thing.
supposed to.
That's the thing with Alex. We can mention Alex's
Oh
name.
wait, you said his name.
we can mention Alex's name because we mentioned it thousands of times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but at this point, yeah.
but,
He
but
knows.
like for other people's names.
Yeah.
But if you want to just add the borking sound effect right now,
No.
here's your chance.
We're fine with the borking.
Okay.
But
Bork,
like,
bork, bork.
hell,
Well, yeah, we wanted us to go get like a
A belt.
We spent an entire hour
And then-
like
and
complaining
then-
about it.
And then we just like spin around there playing with like Nerf guns and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. We actually accidentally like. Oh, we shouldn't say that. Should we say that? Would we
What?
get in trouble if we said that?
I don't. They don't
What?
care. It's Toys R Us.
Well, I mean,
It's not like
it
they're gonna
was
find
like
you.
it was like a year ago.
not that they're gonna find
So
you.
it's like, yeah, we accidentally opened boxes for
Oh,
like
yeah.
Nerf guns.
Yeah.
And then
And
you
actually
s-
went around shooting each other.
Did you actually?
Yeah,
I
we
thought
did.
it was
We
already
did.
open though.
Or were you
No,
during the?
no, wait, his was already open, but we
Uh-huh.
opened up another one.
I remember we had like the Nerf sword or whatever.
Yeah.
And you were like acting like
I
Link.
remember I whacked Alex in the head with a lightsaber.
And you
there's
guys
a
wear
hair on
masks
this.
all the time.
and then like he said like, okay, let's go.
Okay, guys, let's go. And I was like, wait, what?
I remember
And he
that.
had like the belt with him too. Like he's gonna shoplift it.
I remember you bought a wall.
I
Poster.
bought a roll.
Oh, I
and
don't
then, and then one of our friends came over and was like, "You came over here this whole time to hang out and to buy a belt, and you
Yeah.
had no money."
Oh, I have no
And
money.
then we
Then
went back to
our
his
other
foot.
friend to pay for it.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I was wondering if we could use
Okay.
it for Smash."
That was a Toys R Us story.
Yeah.
That was a
Okay,
sad
sorry.
day.
So that enough of story time. Should we get into the review?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
sure.
already like almost 10 minutes
That's
in.
good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, we
anyways.
have plenty of time now.
All right,
We
so
did.
let's move on.
So let's move on to
Fairy
And
the
Tail.
fairy tale
Fairy Tail.
review.
Fairy Tail.
So,
I watched first.
you-
AKA the first season's better than the second and
You
the third.
three watched the
And the
show, and I read the manga.
You're
'cause-
terrible.
I didn't really
Wait,
watch the
Then
show.
tell you, since you got a better understanding of the whole thing, do you want to explain
So
what
like,
fairy tale is
so the manga
for the
is-
two people who don't know?
the volume. It's the first volume. Obviously.
Don't
it-
explain, just explain the story.
Explain what just
Alright,
the
whatever.
plot.
It's the first. It covers the first three, basically first three episodes. Anyway.
Wait. Here, can I explain it?
Yeah, just explain.
Okay, because I can explain this pretty well. Okay, so this is disconnected from the original series. Okay, so
It's not disconnected. It's actually pretty accurate.
It takes place 10 years after, and in which Goku no longer is like a Saiyan warrior. He actually is a turnip farmer, and then he gets money from Hercule
Wait, you're
for
talking-
like, all his hero cause, saving the world from the Majin
Wait.
Boos.
Wrong show.
Oh shit! Then I don't know. I didn't
Sorry.
watch it.
All right.
All right.
shit,
I guess I'll explain
Wait,
it.
wait,
I have
wait,
the
wait.
most knowledge of it.
Wait.
I'm
Wait,
I'll
wait.
explain
It was that one with the big purple cat that wants to destroy the world, right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
No. It's
okay.
the one with the lady who was like, "How much does that cost?" Actually,
I want to explain the book. Well, it's exactly the same thing.
The plot.
Yeah, the
I'm
plot.
just
saying
explain
So-
the plot. Don't.
And yes, I am aware I made a Dragon Ball Super
So there's
joke.
this guy, right? He's like a dragon slayer, and he was brought up by a dragon to kill dragons.
He's not a Dragon Slayer.
There's not.
You're lying.
It's a dragon.
No,
He's
Dinosaur.
shit.
Yes, it's a
He
fire
has
breathing.
like dragon lungs and shit, but
No, that's
he's not like a dragon hunter.
Yeah, he
He was
is.
raised by a dragon.
No. The whole
That-
thing
that's-
is
that's
he's
what-
called. No, the thing is he uses Dragon Slayer magic,
Yeah.
but he
He's
is
not a
has
dragon slayer.
It
Yeah.
literally says in the book, like,
Well, I don't. You didn't
No,
read
That's
the
the
What?
book.
manga,
What?
exactly.
the manga's
Wait.
stupid. It
Yeah.
says a lot of
Wait.
dumb things.
right, literally, here is literally a thing they said in the manga. So he was brought up by a dragon to kill dragons. Why? He's like, oh, I never really thought of that. That's a good question. And
Yeah,
that's
maybe
it.
it's like the author thought he got brain hammered.
But anyway,
But
Okay.
The author was like,
Okay.
"Oh shit!"
so
Yeah.
technically, the book starts off with this girl named Lucy, this big.
oh, and then she meets this
Booby
person that I
blonde.
like to call Kirby because that's exactly what he is.
So
Yeah, that's
she's a
incredible.
big booby blonde girl, and she's like, and she basically tries to use her looks to get things like.
She's also some sort of gatekeeper.
Oh, she-
Gatekeeper.
She's a celestial
Gatekeeper.
She's a celestial
She-
wielder.
She uses
Celestial wielders, there we
she
go.
uses magic keys to summon
She
things like
does.
Pokemon.
And cancer.
Cancer.
That's
So-
my favorite character.
So
It's a giant tumor.
oh Natsukai, whatever.
Natsu.
Natsu is
Natsu
looking.
It's basically Kirby, by
Oh
the
wait,
way.
what do you think about Happy?
Oh, he's so
He's
cute.
cute. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
cute.
I really enjoy
Oh,
Happy, but
if
I
you-
don't like his Japanese voice.
If you
I think it's
listen,
fine.
if you like Happy, get ready to watch the whole series
I
where he
know.
just starts to be an annoying fucking.
Oh
pest.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
be
does
quiet.
get annoying.
You live in one-
He gets so annoying
not
to
that
like.
fight, just like
Like
normal
normal,
voice.
gets, like-
inside voice.
Don't
he's
get
like-
too hyped.
Listen, during
What?
season 1, he's tolerable. He's tolerable. All right.
Uh-huh.
Second season, you wanna get a gun, all right?
Okay, wait,
Stop
here,
Kill him.
here.
I don't
Here,
care.
here.
I don't
since,
care.
Since Axel doesn't really like the show,
No, I liked season 1. Season
okay,
1
then
is
never mind,
okay
this is-
But, like-
Also, why is there so many episodes?
because
well,
the,
it's
the
because
creator.
it's one of those animes where you know it's like it came out during like all the whole Naruto, Dragon Ball
Oh.
phase, so of course they were to get like thousands of episodes.
and
Oh.
because the manga was still going on.
But like
Oh.
the manga is pretty good. Like
No.
I actually enjoy listening.
Who reads? I don't read.
I love reading.
No, my school has
Listen.
like 82 books, like
A
just
manga?
a fairy tale.
Oh,
oh, then that's sad.
that's pretty
They
sad.
got like 4
Our-
Attack on Titan books.
Our
though.
library only has like I think the first 10 volumes.
Ours has
I
like
don't
an
think
entire
we have
section
any.
dedicated to
Is it
manga.
must be nice.
We should like
It's
delete
not.
all of these, burn them up.
They're the
No,
Antichrist
no,
Bibles.
no. We gotta
What?
execute Order 66.
Yeah, on the books. Yeah.
On, no, wait,
On
no.
these books.
We actually go to the show
But do
world.
it to the Battlefront 2 equivalent, where you have to go in and gotta destroy all the novels.
You go to like a
Shoot 'em
fairy
up.
tale fair, it's like,
Hold 'em
oh, Joseph, they're destroying all the fairy tale book. You grab a lighter.
No, I won't do that. I was putting the library
Ooh,
down. It's too late.
the
It's already
whole-
tainted.
You
There's
know,
too many
like the
books.
whole burning books is like a dystopia thing. It's actually a book. There's
What-
actually a book.
yeah, I
about
know,
burning
Fahrenheit.
There's a book about burning books.
books. Yeah.
So it's like how. It's like how.
It's
a-
Fahrenheit.
Anyway,
It's
Anyway,
Fahrenheit
let me
5.
finish the summary of the
That's not-
of
that's
it.
not about burning
So,
you're taking way too long. Here, let me explain
whatever,
it.
fine.
Natsu belongs to this guild called the Fairy Tale, which they're basically
They're not-
mercenaries. Would you call
they're
them?
like-
no, they're like
They're wizards.
Wizards.
There's
Wizard
wizard.
101.
They're wizards slash mercenaries
They're
slash
wizard
hunters
mercenaries.
slash people you just get to do shit for
Okay,
you.
yeah.
they're that.
They're just people
They're,
that get
they're
shit.
that. And pretty much, Natsu works with Lucy and that one happy fucker.
No, I want-
Happy
wait, wait.
fucker.
There is something I want to say because this anime is very progressive. Because this is Naruto. I would like to say that he turned into a female.
Oh.
Anyways,
Wow. Wow, progressive.
Well, You kind
I
of.
bet Joey would be proud.
Did you
She
skip
would
the
be.
part
Joey's
with the
work.
sex slave trade, whatever,
Huh?
with that one guy?
Yeah, that was the first episode.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty weird. The first
The
thing,
first episode.
the first thing we learn about this whole world is that there's some sort of sex trafficking ring.
Yeah.
Wait, the first episode?
Yeah.
And we also
No,
learned.
okay, wait, cool. Basically, it's the one where that one guy comes into town. He's got this ring to like attract
Oh,
fake-
girls.
yeah, that guy, yeah.
The fake.
And he was like,
salamander
"Oh,
whatever.
let's take these people in and
Make them their
and
slaves.
make them fall asleep and then make them slaves." And I was like,
Drugs
"Oh my
them.
god!"
That's kind of weird. I don't like that.
Yeah, that was the first like.
That's
like,
like,
point-
literally what
like-
happened in the Champions book
Wait,
for Marvel.
Wait a minute. Did this air on 4Kids? Is this like one of those shows?
No, it never aired
Or
on
is
4
this just Toonami?
Don't worry,
Listen,
he was.
It didn't air on 4Kids, but if it did, they would have changed it to like, and now we're gonna make you into ballerine dancers.
I will say that
No,
was kind of a
they'll be
nice
like-
twist, though. Like at the
Yeah.
end of that.
Yeah,
That's
it,
pretty cool.
it was. That was a pretty good twist where Natsu is this.
Yeah, he knows.
Even though it was shown many times in the opening.
Well, I don't know.
Well, really, the opening I really got
There
that
is-
one. The opening's not that good.
There is no opening in the manga, so
the opening is just chapter
it's,
one.
It's not that good. It's not that catchy. I like it when it's catchy and it's flashy and it's nice. Like the Dragon Maids or Blendess's intro,
Listen,
which I really enjoyed.
I'm gonna just like, this is like a whole overall thing for Fairy Tail.
What?
Even though the manga was still going on, could you have please cut down on the filler? I
don't feel like.
No,
I feel
no,
like-
if you
but
kept-
I
if
feel
you
like-
kept
I
watching
I
it.
feel like the filler kind of suits it because it's that whole thing where it's like, oh, you can't really. There's not really that
Well,
much
I
stuff
mean-
to progress the
well,
story.
I mean, yes.
Of course, they're gonna be doing other missions.
well, yeah, it's season 1.
And it kind of makes sense in the war, too.
And also, it world built, so there's not.
Yeah,
It's not
listen,
unnecessary.
listen, it makes sense for season 1, but once you get to like season 2 or whatever, 2014, whatever the fuck it's called, you just get really annoyed by it. Like, can we please get to can we progress the plot for a second? I don't care for shoes selling.
So you're saying like I can compare this more to like the more recent Steven Universe,
really.
where it's like there's so much filler into it, and they barely do any of the plotting. Where the plot never
No,
thickens.
It's
anymore.
like this. They have.
It's more expanding, more like
Yeah.
Lars and shit.
It's like,
Like
there's
Lars?
like
What? Like
Lars?
Lars.
Oh,
Lars.
what you pronounce characters.
You know that one guy?
Oh yeah, the
He died.
Yeah, he's in space.
He's
I
in.
know. I've seen
Oh,
Steven
no.
Universe.
It's like
Up to
it's
date.
like they're so filler now,
Here's what Fairy Tail.
and it also takes like
Well,
4 months to get
the
an episode.
actual
But here, let's shoot like Fairy Tale.
yeah. Well, there's more to it than just that.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's get back to Fairy Tail,
That's what I'm
alright?
going to with Fairy Tale.
Sure.
Yeah. So like, the Fairy Tale, it's like they're going on a guide, and she's like, "Oh, I'm a new member," and the council guy, whatever, he's like, "I'm getting all these hate messages from the council. Like, you guys are."
He comments.
Just run into my DMs.
Dude, it's Leafy.
He's like, I keep getting all this hate from iDubbbz.
Which
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of generic because they're like, oh, we do our own thing because
We're rebels.
Like, we save
No,
people,
we're not-
but
no,
we
it's like-
destroy things.
I like
Yes.
the old man.
it's like do what you think is right,
Even if it like. You know,
That's kinda
which is
cliche at this
basically
point,
what
yeah.
Civil War
It's
did.
kind of cliche, though.
Do what you want to do.
Do what you think is right.
Fairy Tail does one episode about it.
And-
Marvel doesn't movie
well,
about
I mean,
it.
I guess that message works if you didn't have Natsu
yeah.
create this very unnecessary like destruction. Like they destroyed a mansion in one of the episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
third
they're.
one.
That's
like,
what
like,
they're.
I guess there's a point where this violence gets a little too unnecessary.
If I was a part of that magic counselor, I'd have been like, can we just close this thing down and not have him anywhere? Can we blacklist these
yeah,
people?
yeah.
Well, I mean, he was like, I don't care about these stupid comments. You guys.
Comments?
I know, but they were like, oh, they're highly dangerous, and they
They're a
But
nuisance.
the
they had a lot of
first-
city
Yeah.
destruction.
No, but- and
in
what
fact,
I-
in the first episode, it's city
Like, they
destruction.
destroyed half a harbor.
And yeah, the first
Yeah,
episode, they
it's
just
hard.
like destroy a whole town and ecosystem.
Yeah.
They're basically just like making
And
it
it's
worse
only
for these
from
people.
Natsu too, because in the book they were like, "Oh, these are all from Natsu," and she's like, "Oh, he's the guy who's been doing this."
Oh, but they change that for every.
Well, here-
but they
here-
change that in the story.
But I like it how some of the characters they make are very cliched, but they're cliched in like the joke, like, that
Piccolo,
one guy,
Piccolo,
like that one guy who constantly
says,
doesn't realize that he's completely nude.
Oh yeah.
I actually really enjoyed him, where he was like, "You do
Oh.
realize you're naked right now, right?"
Yeah,
He's like, "Nani?"
Yeah, but
Or like the girl who's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
or the guy who
The
keeps
big
or the guy who keeps overcompensating, like I'm a man.
Or yeah, or that loser ugly guy who's like loved by everyone. He's the Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin the
Yeah.
sea cucumber.
Kevin C. Cucumber. He's like, yay, everybody look, it's Kevin!
But they just allow her in. I think it's really
No.
funny. They just allow her in. The
It's like,
house.
alright,
Like,
here you go.
yeah, because it's like, oh, if you want to, you can do it.
But
They
she was,
even comment on this.
It's
Like,
not like it's like that.
no, because she was all like, "Oh, it's so like hard to get into here," and she was asking that one famous guy, like, "You can put in a good word for me to get in
Well, I
here."
guess it's like, it's like rumors, like, oh, because like fairy tales, like what they heard was the best of the best, and they're like, oh, maybe you need to be up high standards to get
Isn't
in.
it implied like
And when-
in the town itself, like they kind of hate the guild?
Well, maybe that's why. Maybe that's the test. Like, in order to actually assign, because
you have
like
to fucking
everyone's
do
so
some-
nervous of like, oh, I don't even want to try to get in because I probably won't be
Yeah.
accepted.
Yeah.
And Lucy actually, wanted to get in. She went in and asked them. They're like, okay.
Well, she didn't walk in. Natsu took her. She was like, "Oh, you're
That's
yelling."
basically what it is.
But Lucy walked in and she's the one who asked. Natsu didn't do jack shit. He was fighting with that one blue guy.
He was
Oh, yeah.
he was
I
fighting
don't
against
know.
the guy because he was being a retard.
Because the manga.
He had
is-
autism. I feel like this is my theory.
What?
Natsu has autism.
Why?
We can say that about a lot of characters.
Yeah.
No, but he has like
Elle
full
has
au-
autism.
He has like actual autism.
Why though?
Because he screams constantly. He has
Not
no.
That's kind of just anime thing.
That's just his
That's- yeah,
character.
No, he screams, but as well, he has no actual knowledge of things. If you actually watch like
Well, yeah,
a lot of
because
this
he
show,
kind of he doesn't understand what's going on, but he knows what he's
He's
doing.
like Goku. That's what I think of. He's like dopey when he's not serious, when he's not fighting, but when he's fighting, he's really serious.
It's kind of like getting to like a hardcore
Oh,
yeah.
RPG where it's like you start learning everything in it and you just don't understand what's going on, but
When-
you can still somehow play
Yeah.
the-
Yeah, you can.
when
like,
they
like
get
fighting games.
when they got to like the first story arc, it was like something where like they finally get all the characters that they needed, and they're like, all right, we're gonna do this first story arc, and it's like it's good. Then they do some more, it's pretty good. But then there's a recurring theme to like
Yeah.
all of them.
I mean, I do like that running joke where he
No.
has
No, that's not a joke. It's a theme where they keep saying, "I'm able to do this because I have."
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the whole he has a traveling sickness.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
where
yeah.
he doesn't like to.
Yeah,
go
he
on
doesn't like
anything moving.
getting in like a car and stuff.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
It's motion sickness.
Motion sickness.
Yeah, motion sickness.
is pretty good.
He must not be good at video games.
But they're like, this is their first mission.
He puts
is
on the
to-
VR.
He puts on
Yeah.
Sonic Unleashed and he's just dead
Sonic Riders.
Sonic Rider.
for the Connect.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Wait a minute,
Jesus, man.
Sonic R.
Sonic R.
Yeah.
No, not that. Sonic R is pretty slow paced though.
Anyways.
No, we can't get into this.
All right, but like they take on their like technically first quest by helping that little boy find his dad,
And she's a giant ape.
and that's where it goes
Harambe.
into his backstory. Like,
Oh yeah.
like,
Also,
how-
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I
also,
like that.
sometimes there's unnecessary sexualization of characters.
I don't know.
Like the whole like sex trafficking thing,
Yeah.
or even the second episode where it's like, oh, the monkey's just like, oh, I love girls with big.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
kind of weird.
And then the fucking
Oh, and the
cow is
Korok?
like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
shove my dick in you.
Yeah.
Did he really say? I don't know. In the
He
manga,
basically says that.
He basically.
he was like, I like your udders. They look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he basically says. Like, give me good suck.
Or
Give me
it's
the
like,
suck.
or it's like even like fan service in the form of like her becoming a maid.
Oh yeah.
That's what you're gonna realize in Fairy Tail. If you actually look at every
Al-
female characters, they start to look the same after a while.
Also, I'm going to mention this because I remember Axel remembers. This is like the first time we're talking about Fairy Tail on the Skype call, like maybe like back in
Oh,
July.
this
of
was
last
when I
year.
was like still watching. I was like, this fucking shit.
Yeah, no, and I was questioning it. I was like, man, I've gone on Pornhub recently and hit that hentai folder,
Wow.
the hentai
As we all
category,
do.
and all like the most viewed stuff on it was like just like Fairy Tail stuff, and I was like, why the hell is this popular? And so I did some research yesterday, and I was like, wow, this is really pathetic stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
It's really like bad.
But
And like I'm very desperate when it comes to hentai too. So
it's like
I don't watch
listen
that.
here. It's
Well-
because Fairy Tail is already too sexualized that you
Yeah,
can
you
just
can't-
basically watch the
you
show.
can't really over sexualizing.
like in the manga, there's actually this one part where like the cow whatever is grabbing her, and it actually looks very inappropriate because he's behind her, and they're both making really weird faces.
They're freaking weird
But,
gestures.
but I've seen over sexualization take like different forms where it's like this isn't that bad. Like at least there's no like very bad jiggle physics like in like Lukoa from Dragon Maid where
You
it's like oh how she takes one step and her boobs are everywhere.
Oh yeah, you
Oh, yeah.
remember when she's playing like fucking dodgeball?
Yeah.
And she's running at
Well,
that one person?
That kind of makes sense though. Oh yeah, when she's running at the one person with the ball and her just.
It's like the fucking apocalypse is about to start.
But that's the joke with her.
Yeah.
You know, that's the joke. She's so over sexualized she doesn't even understand it.
Yeah, they don't even have that realization. Like in season 2, there's an actual fight, or it's not even a fight. It's just like still images of two girls posing, and sexual.
That
Wait,
happens a lot too. Still images in it. It's anime.
Well, I mean that's a cheap way.
Well, yeah, I know,
to
but it's
get
like,
through
I
it.
noticed that.
And that's
just lip syncing. You need to really.
Yeah.
and then there's just like, but in season 2, there's just a whole episode of still images of girls doing nothing but just posing, and it's just so irritating. It's like,
Well, if they're background characters, are probably.
it's not even background characters. Like characters like, oh, these guys are the toughest characters ever. They're really strong, and they do nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, I get the appeal. I get why people like this. Like,
It's 'cause of
the
the
story's decent. If you like if I like,
it's more character development than anything else.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like that whole thing where it's like if you grew up like watching like old school Toonami. Like I grew up loving Dragon Ball Z even till this day.
Yeah.
Oof, you say character development, but
Or-
the show keeps going.
Or when
When are they
Axel watches
changing?
Gundam and he loves Gundam now.
Because Gundam actually has
But-
changing characters.
I know, but people see something into Fairy Tail that I'm not interested in.
And
They-
they're two big round things in front of
no,
the
no,
lady.
you mean, like this is probably a thing where it's like, oh, people grew up with this show, so they have a tendency to
When was
enjoy
it
it.
made? 2009.
It's like the whole One Piece and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
It was one of those things where it came out with all the stuff like Soul Eater,
Also,
Death Nut.
Bleach.
Yeah.
also after
Bleach.
season 2, they actually changed the animation studio for some reason.
Is it like a cheaper animation or is it still?
No.
Is
You
it
know
like
how
some-
bright.
I'll have to try it.
No, you know
I'll
how
say that.
you know
I'll
how
say that.
bright and colorful and how like really unique it looks
Yeah.
from like the manga.
Yeah.
They change it. They change it to like this really dark gray, like really disgusting. It's like the people who made Sword Art Online. It looks really great.
Oh, okay.
And they make it so like they make the characters look so like they're manga versions.
Man.
Like it looks really dumb.
I can see why they
The
did
manga
that,
version is really good.
but it's kind of like if you got into like a second season onwards, it's too late to change
yeah.
the style of the show.
And it's like then it's just it looks really weird.
Well, not really.
No, 'cause, like,
And then, like-
if Teen Titans came out.
No,
for the first
I'm
time,
not talking about the
It's,
manga.
it's like if Teen Titans came out for the first time, right?
Yeah.
And they had the first season, and then the second season they went to the Teen Titans Go style. That would just make no sense
Well, it's a
whatsoever.
completely different. Like they're going from anime to like cartoon. That's definitely they can't.
okay, well.
But if it was
Well,
like anime, but like
I guess
transitioning
Sword
to
Art Online
different-
into Sword Art Online 2, if you...
like
No, but like
different
Sword Art
face
Online still
structures.
looks like Sword Art Online. Fairy Tail 2014 does not look like Fairy Tail of old.
Well, I don't know what to say about
Well,
that.
if they improve or if they deprove, it's only on the company.
It's not really-
considered
but
art
still,
style.
it's not even really an
it's
improvement.
I would expect like if a new company took over the anime,
They would
I
at
would expect
least.
it to at
To
least
keep the style.
to keep the style looking like.
But they change. But they don't. They changed the color to
I guess-
like
I mean,
really great.
it'd be totally different if they took Fairy Tail and then
Wait, let me.
reworked the
Here's
first
like a-
season.
Wait, let me.
so that it
let
looks
me.
like in their
let
style.
me get an
and
image.
just
Of,
remade
There's
the
like a
series.
style.
no, let me
that-
get the image of Fairy Tail season 1 or whatever, and then gonna show you Fairy Tail 2014.
Here's like a thing. Like you've seen all of the Pokemon series, right?
Yeah.
They have like a consistent style throughout their years. But when they came to Sun and Moon, there was like a big change of
Yeah, but
facial.
that's different. That's different generations, and that fits it. But it's not like
But all
if it
of
was
the-
constantly if Pokemon constantly stayed in Kanto, I would want Kanto to stay that style forever. If they did a drastic change of Kanto, then it'd be like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, like
Alright,
throughout
here's
all the
the
Pokemon, they
how it
all
looks
look the
for
same.
you, right? This is how it
Yeah.
looks. Alright, here's how it looks, right? For what it looks like.
But
And
also
I'm
the
gonna
fact
go
that
over to
Generation
you.
1
Yeah.
is quite similar to Generation 2. It's not like they did like a big jump. Like Fairy Tail, like the first season, and then having the second season be a completely different style. That's kind of I would like consistency within.
Well, how different is it?
It'd be different if it was like
And
4
he-
seasons onward and wanted to try
And
something
here's
new.
2014.
Wait, 20.
Well, that's not so bad. You were making it sound like it
No,
was such a
but
bad
like,
thing.
but then like, there's like parts where it's like, oh, look at this bright sunny day, and it's like a fucking gray day.
Oh,
It's because it's like an
yeah, but
inside.
It was more like
I
the
don't see a
engine
problem.
behind
I
it.
thought it was going to be a more darker style where it's like, oh,
I need to find
everything
like,
looks more detailed and stuff.
I need to find something like.
I was like, if they changed the style like that,
I think it's like this is probably a good one.
that doesn't look so bad.
It's supposed to be outside.
Wait, but who's this character supposed to be?
Yeah, see, it's hard to tell.
Is it Lucy?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like it's more like the CGI or whatever they're using.
Okay, yeah.
They changed like to more like
That-
digital.
Let me see.
That it doesn't look that bad.
It looks like
You're
it
making
looks
it sound like it was like.
No, for me it looks bad because it looks
Well, yeah,
really.
the color contrast
great.
is really off, and it's really.
I really
weird.
hate it because like it went all like.
The CGI or whatever.
I really
Yeah.
don't like the gray
Well,
look.
aren't they different years though? Like, weren't they produced different years?
Yeah, yeah.
Wait,
This one was
wait.
like made in like 2009 and 10.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Then
yeah,
they took
that,
like a
that'd be
hiatus.
different. But if it was like
Yeah.
a show that came out
The
like
year
the
after?
year after,
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Then-
But if they took a hiatus, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what-
for, like,
it'd
6
be
years.
different to like
I
change
don't
it
know.
up,
I
like
just,
Pokemon.
I know. I just really don't like how gray it looks. It makes me feel like, oh, I don't want to watch the show. I'd rather watch something colorful and bright.
Well,
You know-
well, I mean, you do have open opportunities to watch other styles.
You know, here's something interesting. In the manga, like in the back, they'll tell you like author's notes, and in it says like Natsu had horns, whatever. But it also says fairy tale, like the way they spell it. She says like it says actually it's fairy tale, like fairy tale, like the
That's what I.
Wait, like,
T-A-L-E.
wait.
Yeah.
T-A-L.
T-A-L-E.
He was like he's like fairy tale. It's actually fairy tale, like the T-A-L-E. And that's what they said, and I was like, "Oh, so there is like, what is it?"
That's why he texted me like
yeah,
that.
because in the author's note, it literally
But
says
then,
fairy
like-
tale.
And then they asked that question, like, why is he even called that? And it's like, it's the dumbest thing why they fucking call it. It's like, it's because it's mysterious.
But it was interesting to know that he had
Really, I
horns.
just assumed that like because the icon they use kind of has like
No,
a little
no, no.
tail
The
going
reason-
on,
the
and I was like,
reason
what the? Okay,
I need to remember, I think the reason was like, it's because one of my friends asked me, do fairies have tails? And it's like, that's the greatest mystery of the world.
But
Right.
it's actually a little interesting that the first concept design for him was that he had horns. Because, he was like...
He also,
a dragon.
a dragon.
but he also looked pretty young in those
Yeah.
concepts.
He
I
was
still like
Demon.
how no one like how anime haven't got to that where it's like they like if a person's part dragon show that clearly he's part dragon.
Well, they mentioned it in, like, the scales of the...
I know, but like I see
Yeah,
characters
but, like,
I
they
see
don't
characters
really
like
show it.
Natsu and
Yeah.
Korin, and they
You
say
know-
they're part dragon, but the only reason I know Korin's part dragon is when he actually turns into a full blown dragon.
And
not,
then,
but I would love to see like Korin with horns and like
Yeah.
maybe sharper like claw like hands.
maybe even, like, you see, like, deep on, like, his skin, there's, like, little scales.
Yeah.
Like, in some parts of his...
Yeah, because
Like,
the most
face?
they give you in the manga is like, oh, they're describing his physical features. Like, the scarf is like the scales.
It's
his,
like I
facial.
would like to like have a picture of it and then show it to my sisters and they would know. They'd be like, okay, I believe that character's an
Okay.
part dragon.
But then when
And
you
when I show him Korin,
we were like,
it's
what
a
is
big
this?
stretch. You just gotta trust me.
Yeah.
It's like Knuckles. It's like, oh, he has fists, so clearly he's super strong. But you have to just take their word for it.
But then you show him Knuckles
but then
from
we have-
from Sonic Boom. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
you
Where it's like it makes sense now because Knuckles was always like a powerhouse, so of course he'd be the buffest out of all of them.
Well, remember
here
that
he
we
come,
designed-
rougher than the rest of them.
But I still don't like those designs.
I like it. I actually
But
like
I'm gonna tell you this right now: if you decide to keep watching or keep
No.
reading,
I would keep reading. It's really
okay,
good.
well, I'm telling you this right now.
I would
Every
prob-
time they introduce a new female, look at Lucy, then look at that one, and then just like no, you have to look at them from like what design they have, and you're gonna start realizing they look exactly the same.
Oh yeah, but that's the
But
thing.
that's typical with
That's just anime.
No, not even like face, just body type
Yeah,
in general.
face.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
body
That's the
syndrome.
thing with anime too.
No,
Where it's
because
like-
at
where it's
least
like-
in some anime they like change
well,
it where
that's
it's
more
like
modern ones.
But the outfits.
Yeah,
were never
but there's like
so-
3 different body types for a
Yeah.
woman.
not
in
even like
anime.
new ones, even old ones did that where they differentiate from
Well,
each character is
That's
different.
for different. Like the most popular ones, they definitely have same face body syndrome.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of that.
Yeah,
It's common
Look
in anime.
at
But that's
look at
fairy
the
tale
most
no.
popular anime like characters where it's like Lukoa, Camilla, Lucy.
Yeah,
they
well,
all have around the same features.
No, but like how he draws them. I'm just telling you. How
Yeah.
the artist draws
A
them.
lot of
He draws
artists-
every female he draws is not even like different in any way. They have to be alright, give them the big boobs.
Yeah,
and then
that's
give
so-
him
most
give him
Yeah,
artists-
but that's most
give him
animes.
give him the same facial structure
yeah, that's
actually.
a-
That's the
anime.
most animes.
Yeah,
They're-
most
they're-
animes
they,
now.
they only
Every
pick
anime.
from a range of about maybe 10.
You're gonna
different
understand
body
what I
styles.
mean if you actually do the same.
Well, I mean,
thing.
it's
Yeah,
like
but
Sword Art
I'm just
Online.
saying,
Yeah,
like,
it
this
was
is
like Sword Art
anime.
Online where,
Sword Art
where
Online has
they
same
basically
face
had-
syndrome and same
and
body.
same hair.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
no,
but
no,
you're
the
able
only
to-
differences within these characters
were like
just
height
color.
were just hairstyle
or height.
hairstyle or height.
Hair color,
It's
too.
very common in a lot of animes to have same face body, even cartoons like with the same
Yeah.
brown face eyes. It's really common in a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to produce characters with the same
Yeah, even
thing.
when terms like Smash Brothers,
Yeah.
where,
Yeah, but, like,
where,
for
where,
me, this
where
felt like-
characters like Little Mac and Shulk share visually similar body styles.
Yeah, but for me, this felt more lazy because, like, I can understand some shows doing it where it's like, all right, we're in a time crunch, we need to hurry up and do this. He has like He has like the whole fucking years to do this, and he just like
yeah, but you gotta,
he gets lazy.
But you gotta remember the time though, because like anime is still not making as much money as people assume they are, so they can't really. Of course, they gotta reuse body styles. Every anime goes to that.
Plus, it's like an art style thing. Like,
no, but that doesn't help because he draws like other characters with like differentiating like male characters. You're like, all right, this one is skinny. This guy's more buff. This guy has like a bigger head.
Smells too.
Yeah, because that's
females are more like to produce like a
and also,
cute girl thing.
Also, it's also because like the whole Japan loves to over sexualize their characters. Yeah, so it's clear that this body style is the most popular out of the bunch.
Like Love Live, all the girls look alike. If you like change all their hair,
not really. Or I can even tell from those characters. You can just tell. Oh, this one's more taller than this one. This one's able to like.
I would bring up Citrus because most of like the girls in there they're visually similar and you can get confusing. All you really know is the purple-eyed girl and the blonde girl, like, or as I know as like Yuzu and Mei.
Like if it weren't for like the different outfits, most of the time you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah, most of the efforts went to outfits rather than like
either outfits or hair color or eye color.
That's bad though because most of the time, whenever he draws a character, he's like, "All right, I'm gonna make him half naked."
That's a lot of artists.
Yeah, that's a lot of, especially Japanese artists.
Yeah, like especially the big shoujin ones too.
Because if you look at stuff like Blend S and Dragon Maids, they visually. Do the same thing.
Like it's
where you do have stuff like Lukoa and that blue maid from.
Because it sells like
it's sex sells.
Yeah, even with like
especially in Japan.
Well, it doesn't help me because every time I at least look at a different show or anything else, I can tell there's differences with characters. But in Fairy Tail, it's not.
Well, sometimes.
No, this is me.
Sometimes character design, it just depends on the style too. Where it's like. With a certain style like Fairy Tail, it's very, very basic. So of course you're going to have millions of copies of the same character being used.
But I'm not going to give that as like a little like, oh, you can keep doing that. No, I'm not going to do that.
It's also very similar to Assassination Classroom where it has that style.
Well, it doesn't help him because he draws other characters differently. That's what I'm saying. If he's able to draw different characters differently, how is he going to still draw like one character? I'm going to copy this body mold every single time with each character. And there's only like basically two characters that are basically different. A fat lady and then a small child. And
because you can't sexualize those people.
You really
trust me. He does that.
I mean,
he might be a lolly guy. Yeah,
well, I mean that's different because lollies are lollies.
But like again, anime, the same face syndrome is very common.
But I'm not saying it's
same face, same body structure.
Even a lot of artists,
very common.
It's just very common. Or even when they like do freehand, like you can tell like they're all the same.
Yeah, especially like if you go on like stuff like DeviantArt, search up anime girls. Yeah. And most of them are pretty much the same.
Like that's actually a really big struggle with artists is the same face body syndrome.
Yeah.
Like.
It's also anime, so the budget's very, very, very low.
Because if you look up references,
but this guy gets like so much money out of his fucking work.
A lot of other artists do too.
Because look how many people like this.
But you also got to remember.
But he still doesn't.
You also got to remember how these things work. It's like they're not making money off of merchandise or anything. Yeah. They're really just making money for whenever it airs on television in Japan only.
But he's also getting it out of his manga too. So.
Well, yeah, but how many people buy mangas nowadays?
Well, people in Japan and there's actual people online who actually buy it.
Because you can just
read it
online, and even if you bother doing it, you can do it on Crunchyroll manga. Yeah. But even then, like the way that they they spread the money out to studios, it's totally they're making a buck off.
It's like you get like every 1,000 views get like 100.
For me, it's still for me. I just don't like it because it's just like. It like sometimes whenever I see a character, it's like, oh, it's gonna be this character. No. I mean, look at the head. It's different.
For them, you gotta give him the benefit of the doubt.
I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt. If this guy's able to draw different characters as like male characters differently,
but you also gotta remember, they gotta go through the process of being developed, and then they gotta be shipped to animate.
It can't be too hard to animate.
But he has so much time. He has like
I know, but it's way
because he doesn't even work on like Shonen Jump. He works by himself. He has his own little like
characters have to be simple too to be easy to animate because you don't want to like animate a bunch of
but he doesn't care for that anime thing because I'm talking about like manga too, like in general.
Like, I don't know how this works in anime, but I know how this works in cartoons where each character has to be put in their own design style, and also they got to be processed. Yeah, they got to be reanimated again for 2 times just to become accurate and clean up all the lines and stuff, and then they got to be sent to the Chinese or Korean companies that do all the animations for the characters. Yeah. And that costs a whole lot more money in cartoons than it does in anime.
Because, like, anime movie is pretty. Yeah.
I just don't like it. I just don't like how. No, it's not like I just don't like it. I also find it lazy.
Well,
yeah.
And I don't know, but when other anime do it, I'm like fine with it because at least they're able to differentiate people from like how big someone is or how someone's.
Okay, can we please stop this? Because this is just a whole like
rant.
We're getting nowhere. I feel like we're just going around in circles now.
No, it's because I have a point, but like you guys keep saying, well, it's because other animes do it. But this guy,
that's why though.
Yeah,
no, but
that's
he's
exactly
able.
why.
But no,
I know, but
if you have like the artist,
the whole thing about it is you're not supposed to question it because that's just how the industry is.
Like, you could watch a bunch of animes and you could see the same, like, oh, this character looks like this one character from this show. Like, they have that too, like, pretty lazy, like, normal brunette with short hair.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. It's common. It's a common thing.
It's a pretty common, like, you can get, like, 15 different characters from each anime and line them all up, and some of them are pretty gonna look similar.
Also, wait, did you guys watch Digibro's last video?
No, I don't watch Digibro. I don't watch that faggot.
I like that guy.
I don't like.
Yeah, when you watch
him.
O'Nickel, so dab on them haters.
Fucking Overwatch fan.
Listen, at least O'Nickel has he doesn't call himself an artist like that fucker.
I don't care about.
All right.
I need to get paid for what I do.
Well, I mean, technically, like every YouTuber is technically artist, depending on if you like
content
or not.
No, but O'Nickel is like, I'm a news channel. That's all I do. Report on news. But then
he's also art too.
No. But then there's Digibrony who's like, I want Crunchyroll, this company, and this other one to pay me to review their stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense because actually makes a
he wants something like what's it called?
Wait, how many subscribers does this guy have?
He wants the guy who made Evan Johnson's to pay him to review his shit. That's what I'm talking about.
We should give a review of Fairy Tail because we're like, we're stretching it.
Ratings.
I'll keep watching it like one day.
Wait, ratings. Just to skip to ratings.
I'll watch it one day.
A+, I'll keep reading the manga, actually.
Like season 1 or just like overall?
Whatever. What you watched.
The first 5.
Well, I mean, yeah, just do season 1 for you, technically.
It's like a solid B.
Alright, Carlos.
It's like a C+.
Alright.
Okay, mine's is an A-. I get why people like it, but this is just not for me.
I like this.
I'm
not super amazed.
It's in too deep that I feel like I can't. The barrier to entry is not there anymore.
No, you can still keep going.
But me starting from the beginning onwards, it's not.
And besides,
when you watch all the episodes, see like the list,
and the series just ended anyways in the manga, so they're gonna end it in the anime.
I know, but it's like One Piece. It's like they got 300 episodes in.
No,
there's no barrier to entry no more. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't start from episode 1 and go on to.
I mean, you could, but then again, however,
like you're watching like 15,
madman.
like you're watching like 50
But then you'll grow to get tired of it. Instead of like if you got on to One Piece during like episode 15 and you just watch it weekly.
Well, like what I hear is One Piece you can get on anywhere and you still be interested.
Yeah, but with a casual audience like me, like I want to start from the very beginning if I want to get a greater understanding.
Yeah, that's how I say it too.
It'd be different if I was like an actual anime fan. Like I could probably just I would probably already know the concept of One Piece and we can skip through and just watch random episodes. But that's not gonna work for me. Cause I don't know what One Piece is.
I read the manga, so
whatever, Thais.
Whatever.
Books are dying now.
I love books.
I hope books get burned in that one book.
But anyways, we got topics now.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, nothing happens with for gaming.
Well, kind of. They're kind of. Okay, we just watched the trailer to Jurassic World Evolution for
basically,
the PS4 X-Bone.
Tycoon.
Yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Pretty much. It did look pretty interesting, though.
It does.
Look nice.
One thing I'm mad about, you can't run over people in that Jeep. I want to run over people.
Well, I mean, I understand why, because it is a kid's game.
Is it? What's it rated?
I mean, there's like animals getting killed.
It's Jurassic Park. Yeah. So, of course, it's going to appeal to children.
Oh, yeah. It might be like rated T or whatever.
There's also the problem where it's like, it looks really good. It could be any other game, but like...
Yeah, I feel like a lot of time has been put into this, and this could have easily changed the genres into more of a survivor or horror sort of thing.
Yeah, but then they chose it to be this type of thing, which feels more like it should be an iPhone game.
Yeah, more of a mobile game.
No, it looks way too nice to be it.
Well, yeah, they could easily just downgrade the graphics and then put it on its own.
It looks way too big to actually too much space and
No, but we're saying is lower the graphics
you can easily downgrade the graphics and put it on.
like a farmer.
I'm sure they have plans now, especially now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be an iPhone version. There's gonna be a.
I like a light version.
I feel like if they did do it, it'd be like those Farmerville games, like you tap and you wait out.
Yeah.
Like that.
That's what it would be.
It wouldn't be. It's good.
Because like they do have stuff like that on the Switch where it's like exactly like that.
Yeah.
But you can easily find them on the phone.
Yeah.
And they don't really take that. They're not graphics heavy at all.
Wait, like I remember.
Don't you have to pay for those?
Like I
Switch,
remember.
What? Yeah, you have to pay for them on the Switch. It was just they're not worth buying on the Switch.
Like
because you can get them for free and have and spend maybe like the $10 that is worth it.
Unless of course you
really microtransactions
on just microtransactions to have a bigger time in the game than you would buying it for $10 on the Switch.
Oh man, Angry Birds on the iPhone. Man, it sounds fun.
And then you get Angry Birds on like the consoles, and it's like, holy crap, how the fuck do you work?
But like it does look really nice. Like I can't wait to overprice all of my attractions.
I can't wait to see when this comes out. I'm actually quite interested, but to be fair, I
can't wait for a speedrun of this game.
I'm more excited about Planet Coaster now.
No, I'm kind of like a little disappointed in this though. Because like we're in that era where movie-based games aren't really like they were before. Like
you
like
remember,
when you would get a Spider-Man 2 every once in a while, where Spider-Man 2 is just as good as watching the movie.
Remember Thor the movie when that came out? It was just like really bad.
We don't need another Iron Man 2 though. No.
Is it bad that I liked Iron Man 1 the movie?
Well, no, we're talking about the game.
Yeah, Iron Man the game movie.
Or that Hulk game, the Hulk Path of Destruction. Where it was basically Grand Theft Auto with the Hulk.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that.
That game always scared me.
Or even the other Jurassic Park games they released.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, sure they were basically maybe arcade remakes.
Well, you know what's a really good
my favorite
movie game?
Jurassic Park game was like a Jurassic Park PC game where it's like the first really old one and you play as this one guy in like this suit and you just do platforming. It's really fun.
No, really, my favorite is I think it might be for the 32X. For the Sega, the Sega Genesis 32X, where you basically become the dinosaur and destroy everything.
Ooh.
See, that's kind of cool. I want that.
Why can't we have more games like that?
That's what I was saying. While we were watching this trailer, I had a pitch where I was like, okay, turn this into a first-person shooter game, but this time have the ability to tame and use dinosaurs.
Like fucking Pokemon.
So it's kind of like how Jurassic World did it, where it's like, corruption kind of ensues, where it's like, we want these dinosaurs to do more than just
and you get your little army of dinosaurs
or something like that. Like I'm sure through expansions you have to pay for.
Also, can I ask that why would you use dinosaurs, living organisms, for war or something? That sounds.
I mean, that's how. What was that toy brand back in the day where they used dinosaurs and they had they put robot pieces on them?
I wouldn't feel like they would do that though. I feel like they're just talking about let's just put the actual dinosaurs without any variations.
I think there was a game like that one time.
What?
Where it was like, it was humans versus dinosaurs.
Was it like a Resi?
It wasn't Resident Evil.
No, it was like no, not Resident Evil. It was like Resi type, like old Resi gameplay. Where it's like more tank controls. Because
what I remember is that you could take control of a pterodactyl and you can grab people.
Oh, okay.
You can target in on a player. You can grab them.
Crash of the Titans?
No, Turret.
It's like you can play pterodactyl. You can pick it up and then you can lift them up in the air and they can try to escape, or you can just drop them from a high.
Are you talking about Crash of the Titans? Because
I feel like this is either a dream I had.
I feel like this is a dream
of some sort, or this game. If you guys know the game, comment. Please.
I feel like it's a really obscure game.
I swear to God, I remember seeing somebody let's play the game.
It's probably
it's really obscure. It was a dream.
Yeah. So it probably was a dream.
Yo, what's up, guys? Check up the guy here playing this.
She has to say something.
When you mentioned dinosaurs with metal, I tried looking for it, but what came up was heavy metal dinosaurs. Like a band.
Be like dinosaurs with robot parts.
They're called.
Oh, I remember a toy line like that where they took Godzilla and they gave him robot parts with guns.
It wasn't like Godzilla. It was like an off-brand. It was like some sort of kid's toy.
No. But I remember an old toy. But I remember an old toy where
they were more lighter. They were big. I remember they had one of the long neck dinosaurs.
And they got put a giant cannon.
But had little tanks. I mean, turns on the side.
And he had twice.
And you set the little figure on it and you twist it and then it would shoot.
And he had twice the Yi.
I can't find it.
But whatever it is, maybe that was also a dream. I don't know.
Maybe you have.
No, I remember seeing those commercials. Yeah. I think I know what
I remember owning a couple of those.
All right.
I remember they also made like ship versions where they're like, oh, ship, and then you can shoot like a little harpoon at the shark.
Oh yeah, those.
Or like throw a net on it.
God, remember when toy gimmicks used to be really cool, but now everyone just copies the same thing.
Yeah, everything's mostly IP based, where it's like, lightsaber for the 15th time.
Oh wow, it's not like I don't have.
Vader.
This time with one new noise, and that's it.
Like I do like. There's this one website. You can attach
it to a new piece.
Or even like when we were watching Storage Wars and they had the whole G.I. Joe playset.
And then she was like really cringy about it. She's like, "Oh, go Joe!"
Yeah, but like having that as a child, I would probably nut.
Yeah, I mean even that was pretty cool.
I really hate that one girl from Storage Wars. She's really cringy.
Wait, Brandy.
I ditched this.
No, not that one. Not Brandy. It was
the one who was like that new one.
It was the younger one. The new meme girl.
New meme girl who's like trying to be all cool.
Okay. Anyways, we gotta move on.
But like, wait, I actually have one request for this game. I want to be able to pick up the people and throw them in the dinosaur pit.
Yes.
Or you probably do like that old Jurassic Park game because they did make this kind of tycoon thing.
I'm sure something like that will happen.
Where you can maybe like accidentally like
let
plant a bomb and like blow up this like wall and like let your dinosaurs loose.
Or in a roller coaster tycoon where you can have the roller coaster fall apart.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah.
But like, what do you guys hope this game goes good?
Yeah, but I'm more excited about Planet Coaster.
Well, we never hope that a game's bad.
Unless
it's a Sonic game, then we have fuel to talk about.
Sonic Racing?
Sonic Riders.
Okay, next one. Apparently, according at PAX, there's going to be some sort of crossover involving Final Fantasy 15 and Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
What I think this is going to be, can I start?
Yeah.
What I feel like this is going to be, it's just going to be DLC for one of the games. Like,
one
of the characters is going to dress up as one of them, or
I feel
it's
like
going to be an item.
DLC for Final Fantasy 15 because
they
already did the crossover with like Half-Life and stuff for the online version.
Oh yeah, I really like that Half-Life one.
That was terrible though.
Well, yeah, but you know.
But I feel like
because they mentioned Final Fantasy 15
for me
as a whole and not like Final Fantasy in
general.
For
me, this is gonna be like they're gonna add like costumes for the characters,
yeah.
and maybe add like a new little. It may have a little quick mission where it's like, oh, you're gonna fight against
exactly
Tomb Raider
for Gordon.
Yeah. Or you don't know, maybe they could take it to the next level, like Monster Hunter World and the Street Fighter crossover, where they actually had like Ryu run around freaking Hadouken.
So what, you want actual like Lara Croft in 15, like a party member?
No, of course not. Of course not.
Dress as her,
like you can dress as her and like changes like
how you play.
Yeah. No, not how I play, like the animations.
Oh, okay, now I get it.
Or it's like
I don't think they did that for Gordon though. I think it was a skin
upgrade.
But it would have been funny if all it was just not this in the Gmod pose.
If they do that, I want polygon
triangle boobs.
Lara Croft, not modern Lara Croft.
No,
I
want
him like
I feel like it's gonna
be
pixelated. No, it's gonna be modern Lara.
It's gonna. But if you want to, take my money.
Take my money,
please.
That's a free idea.
Have Final Fantasy 15?
No.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Or it's gonna be like or a Tomb Raider game where it's gonna be like, it's probably gonna be like costumes. Yeah,
or like a weapon or something.
Yeah, maybe like they get like the little sword that he has. Or they could get the summon where it's the giant guy.
They probably won't like do something that insane. They'll probably like if it was Rise of the Tomb Raider, is that the next one?
No, that's already came out.
Oh, what was
Isn't Rise of Tomb Raider is the movie?
No, that was just Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was
Rise of Tomb Raider already came out.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that was crazy.
Tomb Raider was just the new movie.
I don't think they're even making a new game. I think they quit.
No, I heard they were.
No, they're making a new game.
Yeah,
they're making a movie.
They're making a new game and it's to be announced next month or so.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It's not named.
Maybe this is gonna be.
No, they had like some sort. I remember hearing this from the actual like when I got this news article where it's like, Tomb Raider is supposed to have a new game announced next month or so.
They probably will then.
Most likely.
It might be like
it'll probably like cross promotion though.
I really hope they're not gonna try to make like a fighting game out of this or some shit.
They won't. Like they don't really have enough like IPs to actually make a fighting game.
I could see probably Square Enix being able to do it.
I can see like Final Fantasy.
They're both
like they already do that. Yeah. It's called the Dissidia Smash.
Oh yeah.
Thing, whatever.
Are those actual fighting games though?
Yeah, the Dissidia series.
No, like Street Fighter type.
It's not a Street Fighter type game, but it's more like it's like open arena.
Oh, so it's like J-Stars.
Yeah, so it's like they're able to fire around, but it's actually pretty fun.
And actually, I've seen. This is totally off context, but I want a new J-Stars game. Please make that. The last one was mediocre, but please make a new one. You could do way better.
You can add Joe.
They already had. I think they had JoJo. I think they had Joseph Joestar in it.
Oh, they can. Oh, which characters would you see in this?
Well, I mean, it was the first one was only shown in Jump, but if they do go like Smash Brothers style, where they introduce third party, Sailor Moon. Just throwing that out there.
Just the Gundam.
We get it. Maybe I should get you a Sailor Moon body pillow.
Maybe you should change like my picture so that I look like Sailor Moon.
I'll get you
pigtails and like a dress. I would.
In
prefer
the name of the moon.
Yeah.
Give me a Gundam head.
No. Well, no, mine's is more ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yours is just.
I don't want a Gundam head.
You understand?
No.
But more on Gundam later. Okay, so next topic. I didn't think this was possible. Well, I knew it was possible. But I thought this was going to be announced at E3. Spyro, the reignited collection.
Yes.
Now been announced.
It wasn't announced.
It's gonna be just like how Crash was, but more cool because it's Spyro.
Well, yeah, because it's unlike Crash. Crash is a very straightforward game. This is more a collectathon, so of course it has
a lot of eggs,
a lot more content.
And hey, it's gonna be better than what's it called, Ukulele. And
well, of course, because this one came out during like the big rise in collectathons, so like Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah,
it was from the glory days too.
Yeah, back when Spyro had it all, and then
so
fell a little bit with the PS2 games.
And then he got really edgy in that last game.
Yeah, and then got really edgy in that last game, then left for a little bit, and then came back to only promote toys.
And I think was a different gender too.
No, it was a dude.
I don't know.
Was it always a dude?
Yeah, it's always a dude.
Okay. I thought it was female.
I don't remember. It's because like in Skylanders, the first time I heard Spyro's voice, I was like, is that a female?
Oh, they probably have
a kid.
This is also interesting because this is not actually being worked on by Activision themselves. Like how the Crash Bandicoot games were.
Is Activision even still a company?
Yeah, of course.
I don't.
They're the biggest company.
I don't know. No, it's because I don't know.
they're behind EA.
Wait, let me
What?
fucking speak.
You mean the game division?
It's because I heard one time that it's like, oh, Activision closed down, and it's like,
I think
really?
you were talking about Atari.
I don't know.
Because Atari and Activision get confused because Activision worked on Atari 2600 games.
It's because I don't know. It was probably that. I just thought like, oh, one of them closed down.
But this one's not being worked on by Activision in house. This is being worked on by a company called Toys for Bob, which are the company that did make the Skylanders games.
Oh.
So it's a bit quick. Thank God they didn't go with the Skylander design because that looked atrocious.
I like Spyro's design in this game. It looks really nice.
It does look like what would happen if you took the
game.
The original
I will say
Spyro.
the lighting looks kind of weird.
Yeah, it did.
I don't mind the lighting. It's just like
it looks a little bit too modern for like the style.
But
I can get what they're going for.
Yeah, I can see with that.
When I first heard about it, I was so excited. I loved playing Spyro as a kid.
I'm more interested in how the second and third games will play since they're my favorites. I'm not really interested in the first one.
I am. I think most people are interested in that one.
Well, yeah, of course, because that's the
most people play.
They should remake the DS games for this.
No,
please.
No, you're done.
Give me my Spyro.
You lost your gamer girl card.
Also, I would like to point out that the trailer said PS4 and Xbox One.
But we all know that's a lie.
But the official Nintendo website accidentally listed a Spyro Remastered Edition for the Switch.
You hear that, guys? Your Switch port finally came true.
But it's probably going to come way later because that's how these Switch ports go. I don't know why.
Well, how do you think the Switch port's going to run compared to the other ports?
Well, the same. People say Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, works pretty well on the Switch. So I guess it's going to be just around the same, but just downgraded.
So wait. So is the trilogy made by the same guys who made the Crash trilogy?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay. Because it looks like it would. It would
say that?
Well, because it came around, because it was PlayStation mascots. They all look pretty similar. Well, I mean, they're all very different from each other, but they all maintain that more cartoony design.
I always like that
attitude.
Yeah, I always like the more cartoonish design, more to realistic designs when people try to do Sonic. They always try to make Sonic look cool, but then I always like classic Sonic.
Well, because you're modernizing something that came from the 90s, where it's already technically modernized.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't modernize something that's been it's like trying to modernize Bart Simpson or something.
Bart Simpson,
give him a jewel and shit.
Give Bart Simpson more longer legs.
Give him some rings here. And
give him a jewel, some lean, and hoverboard.
Make him more skinny. Lose that belly that he has.
Poochify him.
Gucci gang him.
Yeah, give him dreadlocks and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways. So we had Ratchet and Clank, right?
Yeah.
That was technically the first remaster, quote unquote. It wasn't really remastered. They did totally different stuff.
But like it wasn't still fun or no?
Oh fuck yeah! It was better than the movie.
Oh, like everyone says it's better than the movie.
Well, because
movie tanked.
Because the game is basically the movie. So if you go watch the movie, you're basically watching the unplayable version of the game.
You're basically watching a version of it where it's basically not.
And also, the movie's a fucking disgrace.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it, but everyone said it tanked so hard.
Look, I played all the Ratchet & Clank games, and I couldn't felt even more insulted by watching that. Like it tried to push like more mainstream humor, where they're like, "Are you using are you texting right now?"
Yeah.
Oh, I always hate those jokes where it's like, "Oh, you're texting right now." Oh, I see. Like Deadpool, they did that pretty well.
Also, they had so much promises. Like the Ratchet & Clank movie was supposed to feature Ratchet's dad in it. Even though Ratchet's dad's nowhere in the movie.
Hey, Sly Cooper's in there. He's got a cameo.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, he does.
Was it a good cameo or was it a...
It was decent.
It's just like a picture like, I don't see you anywhere in my database, and they're just sliding through.
But that's different because like those three companies, Insomniac, what was the other one? Who made Sly Cooper?
Red's like Red Barrel. No,
it wasn't Red Barrel. It was something.
It was something red.
It's something red.
It was Red Barrel, not Red Barrel. Why I keep calling it Red Barrel? No, god damn it.
Well, I don't think they own the rights anymore.
No, because after the first game, I think they dropped it and they gave it to someone else.
Yeah,
those are pretty good games. They're like one of my favorite sneaking games besides Metal Gear.
Oh, Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch. That's
I think they're Red Barrel for Outlast.
Okay,
is that right?
What? Okay, those companies are like kind of like they do crossovers all the time.
Yeah. So it's actually owned. The first like 3 games are owned by Sucker Punch, and the 4th one is owned by Cesara Gaming.
Yeah,
like,
Sanzaru.
Whatever.
Yeah, but they didn't really.
Do you eat in Japanese?
But okay, so back on my point. We had Ratchet & Clank, right? Then we had Crash Bandicoot, and then apparently we're getting that medieval remake, and then we're getting Spyro. What is next?
Didn't they remake
you forgot Shadow of the Colossus too.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not. I'm talking about the mascots.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like everyone loves Shadow of the Colossus.
Knack, baby, Knack.
Didn't they remaster?
No,
they're gonna remaster Knack.
Didn't they remaster Jack and Daxter for the PS4?
Yeah, but it wasn't like to the point of
a remake. It was a remaster
from the
remake.
That's what I was talking about.
Was it just like you buy the game from like a port?
No, it was just upgraded.
Oh.
They just rose the graphics and made 60
to
frames.
110 HP.
But no, I want it done from the ground up.
Well, wait, before
Jack and Dexter.
Started from the bottom. Now
I would like that.
Naughty Dog like to allow it though. They might make it themselves.
Yeah. But especially because Naughty Dog's more, they're not really.
I don't even care about it anymore, either.
Yeah,
I think they do.
But I really hope because it's like they are, working on
bigger titles now.
Spider-Man,
working on Last of Us too.
Spider-Man, Last of Us. But I feel like
that's not bad.
Because either make a brand new Jack game,
please,
or remake the original games.
Jack was my
the original 3.
I think it's more likely to do we'll give you the license, make a remaster, but we won't make it ourselves.
Yeah, but if they do, because that's the thing with Jack 2. Okay, maybe a little too edgy there.
Yeah,
but Jack 3 is like the start of how Naughty Dog got their pretty good storytelling.
Yeah.
I never finished Jack 2 because I always got caught by the cops when I was a student. I didn't know where to go.
By the actual cops or by the game cops?
The game cops.
The game cops.
I was about to say, whoa, what type of version of Jack were you playing? Was this an illegal version?
In Grand Theft Auto, you can easily get away from the police. Yeah. In this one, it's really hard because the computers, they constantly just track you.
Yeah.
So where the fuck are you?
You just gotta get...
They know where you are, but they don't know where you are.
No, they know exactly where you are. And they'll just take the easiest route.
Is it never-ending cops, or is it like...
It's like you have to go to a different zone entirely,
too. To get away from them.
Oh, so is it never-ending, though? So it's like, I killed these guys, but they just keep coming?
Yeah. Well, no, they die, but they keep getting respawning everywhere.
And I never knew where to go. I just kept crashing. And
also, that game, if you, we'll talk about it later. Yeah. I'll probably talk about it in a solo cast. Yeah. But what's it called?
Let me play it.
But the checkpoints, oh my god!
I heard they were terrible too.
Yeah, no, there was in one level there was probably maybe 2 beginning and end. And if you died middle way, that means you had to go all the way back.
I know this because I watched DSP. This is how you don't play.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
Yeah, but unlike me, because I kind of mastered the Jack series already, so like it's not that difficult for me to get through.
Is it bad that the only experience I had in the Jack series was Jack 1 and I really liked it?
No, Jack 1.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
I really like that game. It's really fun.
Well, because it's more like a Mario 64-esque game in comparison to the...
I don't know. I like it because it feels like you're able to do more responsive.
Yeah, no, because the world feels more open than...
Yeah.
Because, like, every time you go into, like, Jack 2 and Jack 3, it's always the city theme.
Mm-hmm.
But in, like, these ones, you get, like, you know, the first one's an island, then lava... Not lava, what do I call that? Ocean?
It's like a beach. Ocean.
It's more like a beach.
A jungle, because there's like a bunch of variety.
Yeah, there's like a jungle part, and then you can go underwater and stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's the fire one, and then the precursor city.
Like the also the weird. I'm gonna just bring this up right now. This isn't involve Jack, but video games whenever they do desert themes, it's either just like barren wastelands or it's just Egypt.
Well, yeah, that's more common.
Yeah, because you can't really do that much. I mean, Mario Odyssey kind of did it, where it's like a desert a desert that had frozen over. They kind of mixed two things together.
I would have done a desert where it has like canyons, maybe like some deserted building.
That's kind of what Jack 3 did with its first opening town, where it was more like a desert, more like a you can hop in your dunes and go out everywhere.
Sharp did it too.
Sly Cooper kind of does it ish.
Yeah.
And like their fourth one where they're
how
like,
does wait? Doesn't Breath of the Wild have a desert theme or no?
They do, and it's very well because that's very different because the terrain is basically the same throughout all the worlds. But they do change like what you see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like free roaming games can do like really good.
Like Mad Max kind of did it well too.
With Zelda,
that was basically
you can take the whole entire Gerudo Desert, paint it with trees and green, and you wouldn't tell the difference.
Oh wow!
You could easily swap it together.
I would say like Mad Max did it really well.
Oh yeah, Mad Max does it really well. I remember Mad Max.
There isn't much you can do, but like the gameplay in it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's based off like it's the desert.
Yeah, like the car and everything too.
Yeah, but I would want to see like the remake of Jak and Daxter. Either that or have like because technically we got a fourth Jak game, but that was shit. It was for the PSP, and then it was transferred over to the what's called
PS3,
the PS2.
Oh,
and PSP transfers to the PS2, they're not the best.
Oh,
they're very.
How was the game? Would you?
Oh god, it was terrible.
I have one game I would like to see.
Wait! Was it the racing? Was it that racing game?
Oh no, not Jak X. Jak X was actually pretty decent.
I look at the game. It's like it looks fun.
It was kind of like Crash Tag Team Racing, where it's like it's a pretty decent. But with Jak 4, I forgot what it was called. I forgot what it was actually called.
Jak and Daxter.
Oh my god, the contrast quality is so fucking bad. And then they have this weird new mode where it's like, Dark Jak. Not Dark Jak, Dark Daxter.
Oh.
And it's so bad.
Sounds like a fan fiction.
They have these weird biplane style gameplay, and no.
Jak and Daxter: The Lost Frontier.
That's the one.
Oh.
There you go.
Anyways, we won't say if they are gonna make it. We're not gonna say.
Yeah.
Wait, no, let me see this.
Wait, wasn't this rumored? I remember looking for that.
What?
Oh, sorry.
Because I was looking through the tags. I was trying to find this game like last year. I was like, what is this game I used to play as a kid called?
Oh.
And it was really.
I put Lost Frontier.
Anyways.
Wait, Lost Frontier.
The game I want to see on any upgraded. I used to play this game called Lilo and Stitch on the PS.
I know what you're talking. I just owned that.
You owned it?
I used to.
It was actually a really good game.
Like I said, I lost a bunch of my games during my move.
Wow, this game looks edgier.
It's not that edgy at all. It's very like all the characters are stupid now.
Jak was my first crush as a kid, like my first video game crush.
No, but I feel like
isn't it true that like that one female character from Jak 1 doesn't appear in the other two Jak games?
Oh, yeah, no, she does. She's just ugly and she's like not really talkative.
She does, but it's kind of very weird because Kira was in the first game, she was the love interest, right? Yeah. She was clearly there for clear reasons. Then in Jak 2, they did the whole weird thing where it's like, they all got separated into like a different dimension. Dexter went this way, the Sage went this way, and Kira went this way. But then they try to bring her back in the third one, but she only has like 2 lines. But it's kind of also weird because they also have this new character that is supposed to be more a seductress to Jak, but Jak's not having it. And there is clearly a love connection there now. And so I was expecting with Kira, they would have made it like a
love triangle.
A love triangle, and it'd be really interesting.
But then you had Dexter in it, and it's a love square.
But no, Kira barely talks at all, and she's like...
She gets uglier.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's kind of like a different like change in like style. Yeah. So just very unexpected.
In Jak 4, they have like Jak 4.
In Jak 4, they basically retcon everything. So now it's back to Jak, Jak, Dexter, and Kira, and it's very bad.
Like they retcon it?
They don't retcon it. But it's just totally different. They don't acknowledge none of the other characters.
It's like, these guys? Ignore that.
It was kind of like Shrek 3 to Shrek 4, where it's like they don't, like in Shrek 4, they don't reference like Merlin and them.
Yeah, they don't.
And they're just like, that happened. Whatever.
Yeah. Goodbye to the
and
old.
we're getting a Shrek 5 soon.
2019.
I hope it's like I hope it's not like gonna be like this.
Well, no, let's not talk about this. Is gonna be off topic. What other games would you like to see? Remade from the ground up.
What? Oh no, we could see Banjo remastered.
Well, I mean,
that could happen.
Banjo-Kazooie?
Who owns the title? I mean, who owns the license?
Rare, and so technically Microsoft.
So Microsoft would have to like. It would probably be a console exclusive.
You don't seem like they would.
Well, I mean, technically they did Rare Replay.
Okay,
where they had Banjo-Kazooie in it.
Have you ever played those SpongeBob games, like the SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Those are good. I want those to be like brought into like a PS4.
They did. They had the SpongeBob movie on the PlayStation
Network.
Not
the movie. Like
no.
The old one.
I know,
but
they
like
had that one
remade
on
to
there,
the ground up, like with new graphics.
I mean, that's just a pipe. I would like to see Super Mario 64.
I would like to see the Simpsons game. That's what it's called.
Oh yeah,
the Hit 'em Run.
Yeah, that was really
I heard like something like they were interested in making another one of those games.
I heard that too.
I would be honest, even though they are making Spider-Man 2014, and that's stuff, I like to see not 2014. What's it called? Spider-Man.
Marvel Spider-Man.
Marvel Spider-Man. I like to see Ultimate Spider-Man.
I remember playing Spider-Man 2.
Or at least remade. I don't fucking.
Well, that's kind of different because like Spider-Man, those games can't really be remastered because the licenses are all owned by totally different people.
But still, I would like that.
Have you ever played that game Spider-Man, but for the PS2? I always liked like
which one?
Which one?
The second one.
There's
Spider-Man 2, the movie.
Or Spider-Man 2, the movie. Spider-Man 2. Enter Electro.
I'll tell you the intro. He's like delivering pizza. He's like, "You're late to your job."
Oh, Spider-Man 2.
The open world one.
That was so funny. Yeah, it was fun. I love that game so much.
It was really good. I remember.
It's like one of the best movie time games, and
probably is,
and probably a really good game too. In general,
it is.
That's what I'm saying. I miss kind of those.
I want a PS2 now, just like
even if we get like shitty like movie games again, I wouldn't mind that because like we would get
it's
a
too
gem.
expensive now.
It's
too expensive to make video games nowadays, so they have to like make a profit.
Yeah,
and they're just like, oh, here's a Connect 4 game on the.
I actually like those games, like the battleships on like PS1.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like what's it called?
We're talking about like the whole like just match 3 puzzle games you get on the phone.
Yeah, and it's just like and it has the theme of like the movie.
Yeah.
Like the emoji game I have on my phone.
Yeah.
From the Sony company. That was good.
And then there's like what's it called? That Godzilla 2014 phone game where it's just like, connect these things, and then you see Godzilla destroy shit.
No, but anyways, back to the whole remastered thing. Yeah. I would like to see them take like Super Mario 64 DS and then remaster from the ground up because that game was really fun except for the controls. The controls are crap.
I want to. You ever played those games for the Donkey Kong? Like, but for the 3DS? No, not for the DS, and it's like
Tilt and Tumble? Yeah, like the tilt one?
No, not the tilt one. Like, you're following in a little boat, and you're like...
Did you racing?
Not racing. It's like you're in a boat and you're collecting you're like open world. It's for the DS. I'm gonna find a picture of it.
But isn't like the license like all over the place now?
Well, not really for Donkey Kong. Oh. Donkey Kong is kind of more Nintendo now.
Maybe a remastered version of Battlefront 2?
No, they won't make it.
EA, no, they'll...
And if they do, they will make it microtransactions too.
Yeah.
They can do it easily.
I mean... But still, if they were able to make it like...
I mean, they kind of did that with a Battlefront 2. They kind of upgraded it for the 360 and PS.
Well, it was based off it, kind of. Yeah. Don't spin on it.
Yeah, that's what... But wouldn't you still play if it was like...
Yeah, I would play it, but like...
I would play it, but I prefer going back to,
Especially if it was like modern EA. Like, no.
No, it's like I have... Like, what I would prefer for HD remasters from the ground up to take a game that was shitty back then and remaster it and actually make it pretty good. That's like if they take Sonic 06 and you ditch the whole kissing and the glitches, they could actually have a pretty good game.
Like change the story and make it to like something more Sonic.
Just take all the stuff people were mad at, like
yeah, like the story.
I know for some HD versions, like they did some gameplay stuff. But like a lot of times, that doesn't happen at all. Yeah, but they do it for like 1 for 1.
They could easily do that, and like use like the Sonic Adventure formula.
I was gonna say. I was about to say. I was about to say remastered Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, but I'm like, we already have that. It's called 5.
Yeah. If anything, though,
that was broken.
They probably won't remaster the Grand Theft Auto games. I think they're more like, they'll just take you back in the next game to that place.
I couldn't find it, but it's like Donkey Kong, and there's like
Are you sure it's Donkey Kong?
Yeah, it's like the girl, like the other girl, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and like the old grandpa, and it's like.
Is it Tropical Freeze?
Is it Country Returns 3D?
I don't know what it is because it's like really old.
Is it a side scroller?
No, it's not. It's
whatever.
But you're like in a boat. It's all pixely and like 8-bit, and it's like good. And I forgot what it is.
It could be a Game Boy Advance game.
It probably is.
Is it Donkey Kong Land?
I don't know. I forget. But
whatever. We're not getting on this topic.
No one cares about
But what's that
Donkey
Kong game for the PS2? That was good too.
Donkey Kong for the PS2?
Well, there was one with the bongos, and it was. I just remember.
For the PS2?
I don't remember where it's from.
This would be groundbreaking.
Do you mean the Game Boy?
Not the Game Boy.
Groundbreaking.
No, I mean
I know what game you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
GameCube.
Donkey Konga.
Is it? I don't remember.
Donkey Konga, yeah, the rhythm game for the bongos.
It's not a ring. Like it's
Donkey Kong Jungle Beat with the bongos, right?
Yeah, this has to be it. That's the only one.
No, there's a PlayStation 2 game.
I felt that's fake.
That looks fake. Wait, no, go back over there. It looks.
For the PS2.
Wait, guys, I'm serious. I remember something.
And you got some
probably like
This is Chunky Kong. He's dead.
Okay. Anyway, should we get into the next?
Yeah, we should.
The next topic. Okay, the first Purge.
I'll find it.
Just got a trailer.
Yeah,
it looks nice.
It looks like it's finally going back to its niche audience and not trying to be
political
relevant.
Yeah, I hate when movies try to do that.
Because when you try to be relevant, you have a tendency to date yourself.
For example, Ready Player One didn't do that.
Well, yeah, because it
didn't need
We'll talk about that later.
Anyways,
it
was nice.
Next topic.
It's pretty cool.
Lawbreakers, guys. You remember that? Remember that game?
You mean Overwatch clone? You mean Overwatch clone, right? Overwatch clone?
Well, I'm not gonna say Overwatch clone because it looks totally different from Overwatch.
To be honest, I do like the gravity and I do like that arena type.
Take Overwatch, dim the colors so that's all black, white, and gray. Use so generic characters that look totally similar to each other.
Most people would know this game from like Cliff Belinsky saying this isn't for anime people. He said that during E3.
Okay, so the producers basically said that the reason why this game failed was because it failed to find an audience.
Yeah, it did. Which obviously.
But I gotta say, I understand that, but was like the audience like.
I would have said
there was no targeted audience.
To be honest, I know how to fix this game. Take out that class-based shit and just make it into like a regular first-person shooter.
Yeah, but that'll be a clone of like a million.
No, but like it has an interesting concept with the gravity and stuff, and you can make good.
Maybe,
Donkey Kong 64. That's
what I was thinking of.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Really?
No.
I have that game for the Wii U, so
kill.
No, but that was one of them, and there's another Donkey Kong game.
I really don't.
I don't remember Donkey Kong 64 going into the PS2.
Yeah.
I swear it was for PS2 because I didn't own a Nintendo 64.
Then it was something. Are you sure it's not Ape Escape?
No, I don't remember.
Maybe it is Ape Escape.
I was so young.
Maybe Ape Escape.
You just probably don't remember it well. It's like
because it would make sense with the whole boating stuff too.
Yeah. Well, no, that was a different game.
Were they trying to take monkeys, capture monkeys?
I don't remember. I'll find it. I'll eventually. I could have been high or something.
Yeah, you probably were.
You were probably too much with the kush.
Lawbreakers is now going to be a free-to-play game.
I'll try it. I'll try it.
I won't. I don't care about this game.
I'll try it if Carlos tries it with me.
Nope. Because I'm not going to play anything that Cliff Belinsky made.
Well, I mean,
he made what's it called? He made Unreal, but he made Unreal Tournament.
Yeah,
that game's pretty
I don't
good.
feel like
he did it.
I don't feel like this.
Yeah, he helped with Unreal Tournament.
Oh.
I think he was like one of the co-founders of it too.
I don't think that this is their choice. Like,
yeah, obviously not. They need to make money.
No, because they had all this stuff planned for it, and clearly that's not going to happen.
No one cared.
They're basically abandoning it right now and working on a new game.
I feel like I don't know why.
But this is basically they're just trying to find a way to get their money back for the game.
A last ditch effort.
Yeah.
I feel like the game would have been so much different if they didn't try to be Overwatch.
No. That's kind of weird to say because like you had games like Battleborn at the time that were like.
Yeah, but like they said we were gonna try to be different from like these first-person shooter crowds and this thing.
I feel like
and all of a sudden there's like we're gonna be a class-based game, and it's like okay.
I feel like the reason why it failed was because like the advertising for this game
it was pretty bad.
They really tried to push it at E3.
Uh huh.
But like the advertising, they didn't like. I didn't see that like during prime time on TV or on YouTube at all.
I kept seeing this on the USA Network, and that's all. That's like it kept
Were you
showing
watching
the same.
WWE?
Yeah, it was during the time when we were watching WWE.
I was gonna ask. I was like, man, those psych reruns are really.
I can tell because I used to watch WWE like all the time. It was on USA.
Which is probably gonna they're not gonna happen anymore. They're gonna probably give it over to Fox.
Like of course they didn't have like YouTube sponsorships either.
Yeah,
they did. They had like a bit. They gave it to like obscure YouTubers.
Yeah, a couple
small time, like no big ones.
Like but if they like, gave it to like maybe like Vanos maybe, then it probably could have
Oh yeah.
Did Vanos ever make Overwatch video?
No, he never did. He kept going with like these weird games.
But it has like that more of a style where it's like it suits his channel, and of course it could grow a fan base from there.
It suits him and his friends too. So then like they could have made like a bunch of funny moments and
that's
cool
what happened.
They could have took it like the indie games how they normally do it.
Yeah.
Where it's like Five Nights at Freddy's only got popular and so
because like Markiplier.
Because Markiplier and them.
Like he literally made it famous. It was Markiplier alone.
But like
and that's why it got its money. They should have gave it to these big time YouTubers to promote it.
But no, instead they tried to be
indie. Like they gave it codes out to everyone they can.
Yeah, but like and also did you hear about the beta? They got like really low ratings on the beta.
Yeah, no, I heard
no one
too.
really played it.
Well, yeah, because like they weren't like announcing stuff at all.
I think
like,
they got up to
maybe they would say it once on their Twitter and never mention it again.
For me, I like Lawbreakers. It has an interesting concept with the gravity stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, it can be good.
Also, wasn't it only shown off at one E3?
It was like 2015 to 2016. I forgot which one.
No, it was the last year's E3, right? 2017, yeah.
No, I don't.
I remember that. That was the first time I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, this game looked interesting. I want to see more of it." And I never saw more of it.
You may be right.
Like, if you
look, and I never saw anything.
It never came back.
I didn't even realize it came out until Donkey mentioned it in his graphics video.
When I get a pack of cigarettes and it never came back.
Yeah.
When I first saw the game, I was like, "Is this gonna be like one of those games where like you can make whoever you want and like it's just basically that?" No, it's a class-based game. It doesn't.
I mean, I kind of already thought that because I was like, "Oh, it's going that route."
I didn't really like it. I felt like you should have been able to make whoever you want.
Well, that's different. That's nitpicking the game now.
Yeah.
No, not nitpicking. I feel like
that's not what failed the game. The failed game is just very bad advertising.
That and like, have you ever seen the guy? He's an asshole and like the guy who made the game.
What's the guy? Isn't that Cliff?
The guy,
Cliff. Guys, the guy.
No,
the
Cliff.
Guy.
Cliff.
Guy.
Yeah. He's a bit of an asshole.
He's one.
Yeah, but
and he's like. I think I remember one of his things like, Overwatch, we played it a bit, but we're not trying to be that at all. We're trying to be something different.
That's what I'm talking about. He made the whole comment about, like, this is not a game for, like, anime people, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, like...
Well, I mean, you can say that a lot about stuff. Like
yeah, but he
of course,
said that,
the whole anime fan on
And then he was the one who said, Lawbreakers is gonna be the Dark Souls of first-person shooters.
Oh, yeah, he's like, I think we made the Dark Souls of action adventure first-person shooter games. And I was like, wow, so detailed.
He didn't make good games. He made Gears of War, which is really good.
He made Unreal Tournament.
I don't think.
Yeah, he did. He was the one who made the Unreal.
Okay, but anyways.
And those games were like really held like to be like really good games.
I like never saw a trailer of this, like a launch trailer.
I saw more advertising for Titanfall 2.
Yeah,
and that's a good game, but like no one played that.
No one played that one.
And also this could have been an easy time to promote it at like the Game Awards.
Oh yeah, they could have. They
could have easily just made an entire trailer on.
It's a small company though.
They could have done that little.
Yeah, they had what's called Lineage 2.
But they could have done like a mock over. They could have done like a.
Warframe.
Well, they could have done like a mock Overwatch League thing, where like they make fun of like stuff.
They might have made fun of for that though.
Yeah, no, they would have.
No, because like I think that's gonna be on the title of taking it too far and then having like.
But it's a game like no one.
What it really needed was just a more harder push on advertising.
Not just like expect people to say because I made the game and
I feel like if I picked up the game, if I knew about this game and I picked it up, I probably would have had
most
a great
people
time
know about
and
the game
become a fan of the game.
Yeah. Do you think people are gonna still care for Lawbreakers?
Well, no, absolutely.
I mean,
not.
if it's
already dead.
If it's it's already dead, but since it's free to play, I guess people.
It's gonna be a big jump. Like
it's
right
gonna,
now,
it's gonna be a little bit of a niche sort of thing.
Where people are gonna play it for a bit.
It's not gonna be recognized at all.
I don't feel like they're gonna quit. I feel like it's gonna be this. Half people are gonna quit, but then half of the other people are gonna keep playing.
Well, no, eventually, like it'll be like, it'll get a pretty good fan base, and then it'll slowly die out because they basically abandon the game now.
Oh yeah, they're gonna probably abandon it completely.
They did.
We don't know that. We don't know yet.
They said they're cutting support of it. They're getting rid of all the stuff they had planned for it.
We won't fix the hacker issue. There's one.
And then we're working on our new game.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Shall we?
Do you know that
So this game is abandoned.
Oh yeah, they did the little oops. We did a little whoopsie.
Oopsie whoopsie oops. Okay, the next one, Marvel's Spider-Man.
Looks nice.
Has finally got a release date of September 7th.
My God,
September 11th.
My God,
it was only 3 days away from being worth it.
Damn it.
4 days away from being worth it. Damn.
Have you seen the collector's edition?
No, what is it?
It's they showed at the end of the video. It looked really cool.
What is it? I forgot
what was it?
I'll pull it up.
No,
but it also doesn't. It doesn't have any microtransactions in it. I don't know why it would have.
It's going for the good old DLC.
Yeah, it might be. Oh yeah, I heard a lot of companies are going back to DLC stuff now.
Well,
I don't mind
but
DLC.
also Insomniac. I mean, was there like DLC for like the Last of Us?
There was, I think, for Sunset, but there wasn't.
Well,
that
that's
much.
Sunset was more Xbox push.
Yeah, it was on Xbox. Yeah.
So yeah, how do you feel about like the game so far and like?
That's the collector's edition. I actually really want to get.
That looks pretty good.
It's pretty. I mean, it just depends.
That's probably how I'm gonna get a new PS4, guys.
I mean that's how what's called the Marvel's Capcom Infinite one looked, and when you actually got that got the collector's edition, oh my God, it looked like crap.
Yeah.
Let's just alright. How do you feel that the game is?
Well, I mean, I was hooked from day one when they announced it.
I mean, how do you feel about so far though?
I think the fact it's made by
time went on.
It's kind of like the whole thing with Super Mario Odyssey, where it's like the first trailer was already excellent. It gave me enough information I needed, and then the second trailer was just. It gave me even more.
You watched the Sony gameplay, right?
Yeah, the Sony.
I like the gameplay.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Batman.
It reminds me of Batman / Spider-Man and Ultimate Spider-Man.
The only thing I wished was that they dropped this weird villain, but made it more of an Arkham Asylum approach.
Do they have a villain?
Where they have
Who is it?
I forgot.
It's Mr. Negative.
Mr. Negative.
Oh, ew.
But like
Mr. Negative is a cool villain. It's just that they're trying to stray away from like Venom or Green Goblin. Because people don't really like those guys.
What the heck are you talking
about? No, I mean people like
Venom movie.
No, wait, no, you didn't let me say what I was gonna say.
Alright.
People like those characters, but they're kind of getting really sick and tired of the whole entire plot where it's like, oh, Green Goblin's here and he's gonna throw a few bombs around. He's gonna throw bombs at people.
Yeah, I understand that.
And then there's Venom, he's gonna spread his symbiote everywhere.
I want it to be more like how what's called
Arkham did it, where it's like multiple
villains. Not really Arkham Asylum. But like,
you can do it too.
I don't. This is gonna sound so stupid.
What?
It's gonna be like Lego Marvel superheroes,
where
it's like, okay, there's these bunch of villains, but there's one guy controlling all of them at the same time.
That's what Batman did too. Isn't
that what Batman did?
Kind of. Like, they were more like
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. But
given that it's a more T rating, they could go a little bit farther with how these characters.
Yeah.
I
feel like they could work.
Is it T?
Maybe
I think it's T.
Maybe they can do the Batman thing where it's like they add like DLC where it's like
it's
really
cool. Too, yeah, it's Batman.
Because like
I'm not saying combat. I'm saying like they do DLC. Where they do it where it's like let's add this expansion where you fight against this villain, or in this expansion.
I don't really want that because like with superhero games. You need to have multiple villains, even if they're not like.
And this is open world too, so
important to the story. Because like in Spider-Man, the video game, the movie game, of course the second movie only focuses on Dr. Octopus, but in the game they had Black Cat, they had Rhino, they had all those characters.
That's because they can get.
Maybe what they're showing so far, because they did say like this is like a older, more experienced Spider-Man, and they did show Kingpin. In the game, Kingpin. So maybe that took place, I don't know, in like the middle,
even if they don't want to use the more outrageous villains, they could still use like Mysterio and.
I wouldn't mind
more human-like characters.
I wouldn't mind them doing the thing in Ultimate Spider-Man where you see B-list villains like Beetle or something.
Big Wheel.
Remember? And then and they're just in the streets. They're like this basically like little events, like
that's what every Spider-Man game does.
No, in the old Spider-Man game.
But this one's very different because it's more like a technical sort of thing.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
It's like, you're just doing crazy shit out in just New York itself, and then all of a sudden. Bang! Somewhere else.
The one thing that does kind of worry me is like the how scripted it is.
Yeah,
that kind of worries me a little bit.
But I feel like it's gonna happen only a bit during only during maybe what's it called?
Like the
also I'm getting
boss fights.
Because like even during the whole like gameplay where you saw him like
swing around,
not like biting the guys, but like chasing the helicopter down. most of that did look like what's it called
Scripted,
like scripted, but like button press.
yeah.
Like
I hope if after the boss fight,
well, it's
you
because
go back and you see all the damage and everything.
I can understand if it did something like
it's
like a target where it's like you aim at the target, shoot your webs, and you're there.
Yeah, that's why like it looks.
But it looked like it was out of your hands and you were just running and then you just press one button and you're just there.
Well, maybe they're trying to. I hope they don't do the thing where it's called
where
it's like it's not an Amazing Spider-Man. Where you just like press this thing and you see him do 20 things and because you press one button.
There's also that thing like in the first trailer where they showed him going through, hopping through that window into the Daily Bugle and like hopping off of like tables and stuff and going through another window.
That felt like something you would do.
That felt like scripted.
No,
that felt like that's the whole point. You gotta you have to chase down the villain, but you have to go into this hole and you go in here and you press like button presses to do the stuff.
Even Batman kind of did that.
I wouldn't mind them doing like a little thing. I don't mind if they do something where it's like, you pointed this one place, but there's something standing away, and you would just do like a little flip over it. I don't mind doing that, but I hope they don't do a thing.
A whole sequence of that.
Yeah, just like a little sequence,
also,
like a little program thing.
Also, am I wrong? Is this open world?
Yeah, it's gonna be open world.
Okay. Looks like I see some like the gameplay they're showing off. And it's very like, straightforward.
It's just scripted, but like
but of course
it's scripted. Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't. I feel like if they kept going, you would have seen like, he's swinging through
I mean that's
wall?
That's what he kind of did, but I felt like like there wasn't really that much options. It was very linear in terms of how you progress with the game.
I hope they have like you can go inside the buildings like a normal person.
Yeah, maybe.
I
hope they.
They show off gameplay.
I do hope. It's called. But there are some points where you just have to be Peter Parker.
Yeah, I think that.
Because I remember
they haven't shown off Peter actually, right?
Yeah, no, I think they.
I feel like this is specifically only Spider-Man.
But they're gonna show off more.
But if they were to do this, like Peter Parker, like you can just be Peter Parker running around the city, maybe doing Daily Bugle missions.
Or maybe there's like some maybe like you can't
2 game.
Maybe
pizza time.
Yeah, like when you would deliver pizzas.
Maybe they can do that as like a joke, like one
mission. One mission is just like a flashback. I remember that one day.
One mission is like, this pizza delivery guy accidentally got in like a car accident.
It's
like
he
can't deliver pizza, and Spider-Man decides to be a good Samaritan.
And then
take the pizza. And he's like, oh man, this reminds me of something.
They should, and they have to play that one song they were playing during that whole
pizza time thing.
Every time I was so late. Every time I was so late, I would cry like, you were late by 2 seconds to deliver your pizza.
That kind of happened too.
Yeah.
Just in time.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited for this game, but like, I hope they do a lot more.
Yeah.
It's a Spider-Man game. I love
also, they have new costumes,
game.
but
I mean, I hope they like explain more of the gameplay. Like, even though it does
looks more Batman.
Well, of course, because Chase, you look like that, but it's like every Spider-Man game does that.
I love
but like I feel like
I played it on the Game Boy, whatever DS. There's gonna be my favorite.
Don't at me.
With like Spider-Man versus Venom. Oh, that was fun on the DS.
Spider-Man versus Venom.
We're talking about the costumes.
You mean Ultimate Spider-Man?
Yeah, of course,
there's
costumes.
Or something. It was like pixel.
He was showing I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, those were fun. I
never heard of that game.
No, it was one of the movie games.
Yeah. Oh, it was like a movie
but it was like ported to the DS, and instead of being like a 3D action game, it was
okay.
2D.
It was pretty fun.
Oh yeah, those games are a little fun. It's like Castlevania.
I love
it's more like Zelda 2.
No, I played a game that was like Castlevania, so it was like Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions.
I know it'll be good.
Well, yeah, but not those, like, but like on the DS.
Yeah, I know. That was like a one version of
I still love playing those.
Don't tell me I don't know anything.
Okay. Well, I mean, you don't, but you know.
Hey!
But you know.
Says the man who
Says
the man who thought Gundams were actual, like, AI-controlled beings.
I mean...
Well, I mean, really...
Yeah, they're
like... They're not. I know, they are like, human-controlled
I thought they were
machines.
like AI.
Yeah, but, you know...
like Transformers,
that's very different. Because, like, that's it.
You heard it from... I'm not talking.
Because, like, I have no idea what a Gundam is. I know what a Gundam looks like, but I don't know what they do or...
I don't know.
I'm able to tell what it is from like one little screenshot.
But you watched like thousands.
No, I was able to tell by just like looking at the first time, like, oh, this is probably man controlled, not like AI controlled.
Okay, but I had.
I'm not a fucking retard.
Whoa!
I'm not a.
Okay, first of all, that's a very big blanket statement because like anyone else, like if you looked at that, you'd probably be like, oh. That looks like a Transformer. Oh, they run by themselves.
Yeah, I thought that when I first saw a Gundam, I was like, oh, is it like Transformers?
That's very different. Everyone has different thoughts when they see something
for
the first time.
When I first saw Gurren Lagann, I thought it was just like a bunch of people walking through the desert, isn't it?
Okay.
And I didn't know
even about the giant robots. I thought it was like
that's what you thought of the movie. That's what you thought
movie?
of them. I mean, technically.
Maybe like Power Rangers, like how they morph into their big
Yeah.
mega suit. Maybe that's what I was also thinking that too. Like, oh, like,
What?
No, I looked at it and I'm like, oh, Transformers looking thing.
Yeah.
Probably, it's
Transformers
a
are like-
robot.
yeah.
Because I saw those robots fighting in space. I never saw a person, piloting it. I
Yeah.
just saw guns shooting in space.
Did
and I was
you-
like, oh, they're probably, Transformers.
Then why did you not look at like any of the parts? Like, oh,
You gotta remember, I was like 7!
He was a kid.
I'm a kid or a squid.
Okay, next
Squash
topic.
me?
Black Panther is now the 10th best-selling movie of
Is it-
all time.
Is
All
it
time?
deserved?
Jesus.
Yes.
Is it deserved?
Yes.
I haven't
yes.
watched
Did
it.
you
I-
see the
I
movie?
saw
I really want to.
I
But
mean-
Well,
I've seen
I've
people keep talking
I've
about
seen
it.
like a clip of the movie where it shows like Black Panther and it's like little base, and
Well-
the kid was like, "What are those?"
Well, I mean, it deserves it more than the previous number 10 spot, which
What
was
was it?
Jurassic World.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. There's no way.
So Black Panther definitely
Wait, how much
deserved.
did it make? How much did it
Well,
make?
but like,
I'm not really sure. I
Oh.
can't. I won't.
Black Panther
But,
is
I
one of the
mean-
best films out there so far.
have you
Infinity
seen it?
War.
No, not really.
Wait, have you
No,
seen?
you never seen that meme though? Like, oh, Black Panther is the most grossing movie so far. Infinity War, just watch. Bet.
Oh yeah, Infinity War.
Oh
might
yeah,
take it over
Infinity
easily.
One, the Avengers is still up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? What number is that?
I think it's I think it's not top 10 anymore. I think it's number 15. I think.
Oh, what?
Mm.
But it's like the first ones up there are what's it called Avatar's number 1.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be number one. I feel like
Well,
one
not
day
really.
How about 10
I
years?
feel like Infinity War.
It could be. Yeah, it depends how
they
And
say
then-
they
and then-
say
and
the
then-
Avengers were the most.
And then there's Titanic.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I think
And,
it'll be
and then I
second.
think it was The Force Awakens.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I thought Force
I don't
Awakens
care.
was number 6.
Yeah,
it
was around
it
there.
was up there, and then
It's top 10.
of course
definitely.
things mature over time, and
Yeah, I don't know.
it didn't really reach up that high.
I
but-
thought it was number 6.
But,
That's
but
why I
those are
heard.
like the 3 most talked about out of all of them.
Yeah.
But
It's like, does Black
Wait.
Panther deserve to be on there? Oh, I mean, of
Most
course, it
definitely.
is better than
It's number 10.
But
It's
like,
barely
but I
on
never
there.
saw the movie.
I never saw the
Well,
movie.
yeah,
It's
but,
like-
but,
it's
but,
like-
so
yeah, but
good.
comparing like what you saw to like Avatar, of course, it's better than Avatar. A lot of movies are better.
Well,
than
Avatar was like it was hyped because like of 3D.
And I-
yeah,
Yeah.
3D.
Yeah, and like people
Yeah.
were like, "Oh my god, this movie looks so
Which
amazing."
I mean, at the
guys."
time it looked really
Also-
beautiful.
it did.
Yeah, it really.
But then,
did.
like when you look back at it,
Yeah,
now
like,
it's
today
like-
if you look back, it
it's
looks
okay
kind
at
of
best.
Yeah, it's okay at best.
We still have way
But
better
back
looking
then,
movies.
damn.
I call it green screen the movie now.
It is.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's mostly green screen.
Yeah, but it's not like that CGI where it's like everything's CGI and it just hurts your eyes. It's
Yeah.
more, you can tell that it's people and like
They
you
actually
know.
put effort into it.
yeah. So it looks genuinely good. But
I mean,
Black
you have to be
Panther-
like 20
Unlike
years to
our
make a
last
movie.
review, Godzilla, which just looked like
Hey, it looks
Yeah.
good.
I
I
mean,
like
I
Godzilla.
understand. I mean, don't get me wrong. Black Panther does look like a pretty good movie, but I feel like out of all the Marvel movies,
Come on.
it's not. It shouldn't really.
I'm
I feel
waiting.
like Homecoming feels.
I
more-
get it because
Homecoming.
because
Oh,
it's
that's
such
good.
it's such a very different movie given the certain characters, certain
events.
race.
Come on, guys.
Certain
Diversity.
no
all the
race.
time.
Come on.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I
why
mean,
it's also
to be
really
honest,
growing.
Black Panther's always been a cool character.
Yeah, but you know how
Most people didn't know about
The
him.
Crocs.
no during this time where it's like
I remember
you know
Black
we got
Panther
this
when he
whole
had that.
black rights.
When was it
thing.
announced though?
I remember
movie.
Black Panther when he had that little
Well,
giant
it-
coat.
It was announced the same time as all the others back in Phase
What does
3.
that mean?
Oh, when was that though?
That was back like maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh,
Back
yeah.
when Age of Ultron was still coming out.
Ugh.
Yeah, ew. Yeah, but yeah, even Avengers. I feel like Black Panther is better than Avengers, the first one, because
I can see that.
but that was different because the Avengers was like
It felt like
it
felt new.
it was like
fresh,
Batman
too.
versus Superman.
And it was one of
so-
the like the first like Marvel like
Crossover
good ones,
movies.
yeah.
Oh, it's just-
Yeah, because like 4 movies have led to this, and now it's like
yeah. And now we have like
25 movies lead to this one crossover. That's quite possibly either part 1 and part 2. We still don't know.
they
that.
took out the. I feel like it's gonna be Infinity Wars, but then they're gonna switch
Oh,
it
is that
to.
still is that still split into 2 parts?
That's the whole point. They haven't mentioned a part 2.
I feel
Wait,
like
is it still like official? Like, is there 2 movies or is it 1 now?
We still don't know yet.
we
Oh,
don't
okay.
know. It's
They announced part 1 and part 2.
Yeah.
I
But
feel
but
like
it's
was
like
it-
the Harry Potter movie. Like when the
Oh.
Deathly Hallows came
Yeah,
out,
it was-
they did call it part 1.
But
Yeah,
what
I
I
think that was
start.
did I ask? Did they ever show Harry Potter Half Blood Prince Part 2? Because
There was never no.
No.
there wasn't.
There was only one movie.
No, because I always remember they kept calling it Part 1 Half Blood Prince. Like what? Really? And then like they never.
I feel like you're They probably did say something like that, but it was also in terms of like the next part in the Harry Potter.
No, they
series.
never said that. They just said Harry Potter and the Half Blood
Well,
Prince
that was like
Part
70
1.
years. That was like 70 years ago. Because it's the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2.
I was just really young. Maybe I was like, heard it wrong.
Dude, that book was so huge.
Like I was saying with the Gundam thing. Just saying.
It was the only book I never read of the whole Harry Potter series.
You know the only book I haven't read of Harry Potter?
What?
All of them.
Whatever. The books were so good.
I never even watched the movies, guys. My closest experience with Harry Potter is Lego Harry Potter on the PSP.
Yeah. My favorite Harry Potter movie is the one that I always like. There's the Phoenix. The Goblet. Was it? The Goblet of Fire. It's really fun. Movie.
Yeah. I like the PS2 game for Harry Potter. I can never get past it.
I remember the PSP game for Harry Potter.
You know, my favorite Harry Potter movie is the first one because it reminds me of Wally's.
Wow. What a nice joke.
Nice man.
But what's it called?
I was so upset.
It's like we would know at this point. It's like if it's still Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2.
I feel like
I feel like you're gonna not call it.
I feel like this is going for the more. Okay, we're just gonna squish it all together. We'll take out all the unnecessary parts. Yeah. Because it's also that weird part where it's like, Part 1 is coming out this date, and then we had Captain Marvel, and I feel like this is what coming out after that. Then Part 2.
Even though this is gonna sound a little scummy, I feel like they're gonna have the theater release, or it's gonna be like, we're able to fit it all in like one. Then there's the Ultimate Edition where they just have like put in all the parts that they didn't put in.
They'll probably take out like all the cut because of course when you're doing 2 parts of movies, of course there's a bunch of stuff that's completely unnecessary.
That's 4 hours. Almost.
Like for example, when they cut out that one,
it's like Batman vs Superman.
But they cut out that one whole subplot, and then like it never came back. But then like they mention it.
But how many characters are gonna be in Infinity War?
Oh crap!
How many though?
A lot.
Okay.
There's gonna be a lot.
Want to do like?
Let's cut them out.
Well, first let's start off.
Spider-Man.
Every character in Civil War. Let's see: Iron Man, Captain America, Black Panther, Spider-Man. Not Ant-Man. Well, let's just mention the characters that aren't in Infinity War. That's way easier. Ant-Man, Wasp, and Hawkeye.
Someone said that they saw Ant-Man in the
yeah, no, people, but that, yeah, they're right, but that poster has nothing to do with Infinity War. It's just showing all the Marvel movies.
I feel like they're just, what's it called, doing their own thing in Ant-Man and Wasp, and Hawkeye's just like at home drinking a good old beer.
I wonder how much it's gonna cost to make,
because they're also still working on a Hawkeye movie.
Oh yeah,
because it could be like that could be what he's doing at the moment.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Or they're planning to because this Hawkeye is retired.
Maybe they're gonna do a thing where
the character.
Okay.
Maybe they're gonna do a Hawkeye. Maybe they're gonna do Hawkeye and Ant-Man and Wasp like going on the exact same time.
Probably not Hawkeye, but Hawkeye gets.
Yeah, but what's more important than like fighting like the bad guy that can the whole universe?
Well, yeah, but really, when Hawkeye being there or not, that doesn't matter.
We gotta break Ant-Man out of jail.
Yeah,
we gotta go stop the evil man.
Well, the thing is also that they're trying to do this like whole timeline sort of thing, where it's like these movies possibly take place before.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Well, all I know is Civil War takes place. I think.
Also, Civil War is the problem with this movie.
Oh yeah.
Because Civil War was pretty good, but it's like it completely screws up the timeline. Because Black Panther is in this movie, but in his movie
he's the first.
You expect this movie to be like in the future.
But no, this is like
a prequel.
And then, I'm able to understand. At least Spider-Man was able to tell it more correctly. It's like, alright, Spider-Man takes place.
And it's also a really big problem with, Civil War, because, you would think, characters like Thor, the Hulk, and Doctor Strange would be in Civil War.
But no, they're doing their own shit.
No, they're doing their own thing somewhere else.
I feel like, maybe does Thor Ragnarok take place during the events of Civil War?
What? Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
No, it takes place after.
Wait, what?
After, because they had these whole trailers where it's like, "Oi, I'm Thor," and he's calling up Iron Man. He's like, "Are you sure you want me to come over there and help you out?"
Oh, you're taking those as canon? I just take those as little jokes.
I took it as canon.
It might be both. It's a joke, but it's yeah.
But it's also it's probably it's probably that where it's like, oh, this takes place after Civil War.
Yeah, I've never seen.
And I do. And does that mean it's taking place during the exact same time as Homecoming, or?
That's the whole point. We can't really tell because there's not.
They might go the Zelda route.
Different timelines.
It could very well.
The Spider-Man timeline.
It could very well take place at the same time, but given that there's no references to each other, we don't really know. Because Thor doesn't appear in.
I'm sure before the movie comes out, they'll do some kind of timeline.
Yeah.
If they really care.
Well, they're gonna do
let's try to make sense out of this. Okay, guys. first movie in the entire cinematic universe
Thor?
is Iron Man.
I thought it was Hulk.
No, it's Iron Man.
No, Hulk.
Oh yeah, Hulk doesn't count. Hulk.
Yeah, that's a separate universe.
Yeah, they're totally that's not canon anymore.
I keep trying to add that movie in, and I keep forgetting that it's not canon.
Yeah, it's not canon anymore. I think they're doing another Hulk movie though.
Yeah, they're
Incredible Hulk.
With
or are they calling it Incredible Hulk 1.5?
No, they're probably call it like the Invincible Hulk or something like that.
The Incredible Hulk, Planet Hulk.
Planet Hulk. They could very well.
I like to see a Planet Hulk movie. That'd be fun.
Well, let's see. Okay, Iron Man 1, Captain America. Well, technically, the first movie in the series is Captain America because that's World War II.
All right, Captain America. That's the first one.
Well, you know,
that's first one.
You know.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Thor can go anywhere really.
Yeah, Thor. You can just put him anywhere.
No. Same thing with all these other movies like Thor 1, 2.
You can put him anywhere.
Thor 1, 2, and Iron Man 2 and 3 could basically go anywhere.
Hell, you can even put him right where Avengers 1 starts.
Yeah.
Wait. Thor came after Iron Man 2, right?
Yeah.
So, wasn't like Thor mentioned like in Iron Man 2?
No, I think it's Iron Man 1.
Was that Iron Man 1?
Yeah, Iron Man 1 mentioned it in the after credit scene.
Yeah, Nick Fury mentions it.
Okay.
And then they show a little scene where like there's like government people around the hammer.
But it's like really like all these movies can be any order they want. First Avengers always number 1 because it's the time period itself, and then Iron Man because that's where the idea of Thor, and then it could be a Thor 2.
Thor.
No,
2011.
No, wait, doesn't Thor 2?
No, Thor 2's after Avengers.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
So it'd be Thor. Yeah, so that movie could be any order.
Yeah, and then Avengers happens, and then
Avengers, then Iron Man 2 and 3.
My question is, where does the shows take place like that?
Yeah, that's also.
Did you stop that? No, I know they stopped it, but like timeline wise.
No, they're canon. They're canon to timeline.
Okay. Wait, which one? I remember the show that's not canon. It was Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean that was a prequel.
That was a prequel to
Ultron. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no. It was a prequel to the first Avengers movie.
No,
because they got Dan Coulson in it, isn't it?
No.
But didn't they have that guy that died?
They explain something where it's like in the show where it's like, oh, Coulson, I thought you died.
That's stupid.
No, I don't remember. It's so confusing where that takes place in. I need to like.
But I understand why Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones wouldn't be like part of this because they're very minor heroes and they won't really add.
Hell, they even had the Punisher show, I think. Right?
It's like having Hawkeye. Mm-hmm. Like adding Hawkeye back into Infinity War won't change anything. I mean, he's a guy with a bow. He's not really,
people know him only because he was.
I wouldn't mind those. I wouldn't mind seeing Daredevil or like Luke Cage being in like. I don't know, in a background shot.
But would it add to like the movie though?
Yeah, it wouldn't change anything. They could be there, and that's why they didn't have Ant-Man and Wasp in there. Well, I mean, Wasp isn't established.
Well, are you saying that Ant-Man and Wasp could just have their TV show and?
Well, I mean, their movie, and that could take place before this, so that explains why they.
Well, it's a complete mess.
Well, I mean, even like when you're fighting, the world's biggest. You can't really,
put everyone
like
in.
Realistically, like
there will still be there will still be events like in the universe that they need other heroes to go do. Like not all the heroes can just stop what they're doing and go fight Thanos.
It's like, guys, there's a giant guy with a glove. He's gonna kill us.
So of course,
sorry, I have to stop this bank robbery.
Yeah, so of course that would explain Ant-Man and Wasp, doing their own thing because that's more important and could save their part of town than Thanos, which all the big heroes are going to go deal with.
But I feel like, then why is Spider-Man going there?
Well, because Spider-Man, they can make money off of him.
I like to
save the character.
I like to see how Spider-Man got into this. How did he convince him? Kid, we made this special suit for you. We need you to help us fight against this intergalactic creature.
That's also the thing, because Spider-Man, helped Iron Man out in Civil War. So of course, he was...
Yeah, but in this movie, he felt like he fought against like a street level villain. That was Vulture.
Yeah, but still, he fought against Captain America and them.
Oh yeah.
So he has like potential.
Yeah, and also because of the Iron Spider and
They really need to introduce that, which was like a red herring, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's kind of understandable because like Ant-Man and Wasp, Hawkeye, they're all very B-leveled heroes that don't really need to be,
I mean, I could make an argument for Ant-Man and Wasp being there, but like...
Well, it's also because, like, there's just, like, throwing in so many heroes, it's just, no.
It is a little bit too much.
They're already pushing it.
They're already pushing it with, like, the amount of people...
And the obvious fact that it costs way too much money to hire all the actors.
Oh, yeah, it would.
Like, I imagine, like, the budget, what is it, like, a couple billion now?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It's just pushing it too much.
They would have to like make the best movie to get all
Isn't
that
like
money.
Robert Downey Jr. like a whole like paycheck like a couple?
Oh wait,
10 million.
I think I also found a reason as to why they're not in there.
What?
Because they have no relevance to the plot. Because the whole plot is Thanos is getting the Chaos Emeralds.
But
Ant-Man and Wasp have no connection to the Chaos Emeralds at all.
Wow.
But every hero in Infinity War has
Spider-Man?
some sort of connection.
I don't remember Spider-Man did.
Well, I mean, Spider-Man, Iron Man and them, that stuff. But you got the first Avengers movie had the cube.
Wait a minute. I think I feel like didn't Vulture's guys make something with an Infinity Stone, or was I just crazy?
No, they made it with Chitauri technology.
I keep forgetting that because it's like.
Okay, so Avengers had one. Black Panther had one because they had the Time Stone. Doctor Strange had reality.
No, he had the Time Stone.
He's had time, and then Black Panther had reality.
Yeah, and then
and then
the Cosmic Cube's basically it.
Yeah, that's why I said Cosmic Cube. Thor, Thor had. I think Thor had one. Well, Thor had Loki, so yeah, Cosmic Cube. Where are the other ones?
Oh yeah, then there's the one that Vision has.
Oh yeah, one Vision has. Where are the other ones?
Don't they show one in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy, they have the Ronin.
We keep forgetting about Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, because they have no equivalent to this movie.
They were just doing their things they were doing their shit.
The only reason they're because it's space and Gamora is,
related to
Thanos.
Which I think that's a good reason.
Which is also like that's the thing. Nebula could easily be taken out of this movie.
Oh yeah.
Because Nebula, no relevance in this movie.
But
except she wants to kill Thanos.
And isn't Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy too?
She is, but she's a very... I don't want to say minor role, because she's definitely not a minor role. She's only there just to say, just to bond with Gamora and be like, this time I'm going back and I'm killing Thanos.
Oh.
That's the reason she's there.
Well, hey, at least we're getting some sort of timeline.
We have like 2 hours marked in.
Yeah, we have basically... Yeah, we have 2 hours.
It's like, well...
Hey, that's as long as Ready Player One.
Well, guess what? Yeah, we might as well review Ready Player One, because the other topics on the list aren't... we got we got Firewatch. Okay, quick stuff. Okay, Firewatch is now coming on Switch. Pretty cool.
Don't even know what it is.
Overwatch has a new tournament.
No one cares.
It's a new mode.
No one cares with Blackwatch. And then BuzzFeed made a video today. Made a article yesterday where they basically just realized that Mario and Luigi were twins.
Some author bag.
Some BuzzFeed.
And that's it.
All right, let's get
to the new review. Ready Player One.
And this is where I don't talk.
Well, I mean, you could still talk.
I don't care about this movie at all.
He didn't go see it.
Yeah,
I don't care.
He didn't want to watch it. He was like, I don't care.
Wait. Should we explain the story on why we want to go see Ready Player One?
Yeah.
Why did you?
Go.
Oh, my mommy gave me $45.
Oh my goodness, mommy.
So she was like, "Here, go spend it. Kids like movies, right?" And I was like, "Thanks."
And we did a lot of stuff, which I didn't realize this, but Ready Player One came out the same day as God's Not Dead.
Oh yeah.
Wait, the first one?
No,
three.
Oh, 3.
The third one,
which looks fucking epic.
One.
Which
we didn't watch it, but so we all got together. We went to Regal in Riverside.
Well, Carlos was supposed to, but
But don't tell me where we went. Don't tell me where we went.
Well, I mean, they were.
You can say we went to Regal, but you can't say which.
Went to Regal. It's got recliners.
We went to this white people theater.
It's got recliners. It's
wait,
fancy.
what the hell is that?
You can't say.
It's like that way, isn't it?
What? Oh, okay.
It's
not the mall one.
Yeah, I know.
It's pretty. I was gonna say it's like.
It's a plaza.
It's a plaza. Yeah.
Even though
it was a pretty fun time.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I mean, we did a bunch of stupid stuff.
Oh yeah.
Mind if I?
We played a lot of video games.
No, we T-posed our ways through.
We ran away from Axel.
Yeah, I think I got pictures.
Nice.
We
ran from Axel. We hid from him.
Yeah, we hid from Axel.
When I was in GameStop looking at stuff.
Looking at, I think it was Gundam.
Yeah. Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3.
And then we ran, and then he couldn't find us.
Yeah, even though we were hiding behind this just one.
I didn't know. No, you're hiding something else because
I ate some nice park rinds.
He went back into GameStop.
Because I thought you guys were in there, so like.
And then we went into the theater, flipped off Han Solo.
We took a lot of cute pictures.
We played Time Crisis.
That was the best time.
Yeah. Joe made out with the ball.
Still have it.
With the tongue in it, right there.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Thais got a mini fidget spinner.
Oh, I did. I don't have it on.
And then we went into a packed theater, which with kids that I didn't know about this until we got out. But those kids sitting right next to Thais, they weren't supposed to sit there. They didn't even get tickets for the movie.
They just walked. They just ran in.
They just walked in.
How'd they get in?
I have no idea, but they sat through the entire movie. And then when we were walking out, I turned around and I saw these employees standing up to them and shunning them.
Oh my god!
So I was like,
wait, where? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were walking out so fast because we needed to, get a ride because it was like 8 o'clock at night.
Oh, yeah.
But I turned around and I looked and I was like, oh my god. I knew it.
So other kids sat down there? Or what?
Yeah. The people who sat next to you.
Really?
Yeah, the ones that were being loud and annoying during the movie.
Uh-huh.
The ones that
which I looked at them and I was like, they didn't pay for a ticket already because I was like, if you paid for the ticket, you wouldn't want to be like loud and obnoxious in a theater.
But they were.
But since you got in somehow for free.
I mean, the way
I don't think they got in for free. I think they just walked in.
They probably paid for a cheaper movie.
No. That's not how it works. All of them are.
I feel like this. They watched another movie and then they just went into there.
I don't feel like it was that. No, because the way that we walked in, we didn't even show them our tickets. They just nodded at us and.
There was no one even there actually.
No, I know, but there was somebody sitting at the manager, the little office section. She looked at me and she nodded, like she was giving us our acceptance to go in.
She's like, you're one of the boys.
Joy-Con man. Joy-Con man.
Someone complimented your shirt. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was funny.
And we met some people, and it was a pretty fun experience.
It was a good movie. It was like,
wait.
That's some good nachos and Takis.
Should you please explain the plot?
Alex,
no.
Don't spoil it too much, because I still haven't seen it.
Okay. Well, we're not going to spoil it.
Well,
we are going to... Wait. Okay. Let's just say this review is going to be cut into 2 parts. Our actual thoughts about the movie.
Thoughts?
And then the second part is going to be our just orgasming over the movie.
Oh, boy.
Because there is a lot of stuff to orgasm over the movie.
So we can... But is it spoiler for this stuff?
Oh, no. This is spoilers.
This is a lot of spoilers.
So you might want to put on music and...
No.
Okay. Well, try to explain the plot?
Yeah.
Since Ready Player One is based on the book Ready Player One.
Not really, though.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much 1-for-1. Where there's this one kid. Well, I mean, it's the future, so everyone's hooked on virtual reality. It's basically Sword Art Online, but
better.
Wait, there's a new Sword Art Online movie coming out.
No, TV show.
Oh,
live action TV show.
Yeah, I heard about it.
No, yeah,
we talked about it.
Yeah, I know.
What's it called? Okay, and so the creator dies, and he hid this Easter egg that if once somebody finds it, they get control of the Oasis. That's what they called it.
And they had to do 3 challenges,
find 3 keys,
find 3 keys
from 3 challenges that are very cleverly made.
Of course, they meet this team, and there's these bad people, aka EA, who want to rid the world of advertisements so that they can make money off of it. Basically EA.
Yeah.
Microtransacted, and you follow the kid as he goes around and does stuff. And then,
he meets this girl.
Meets a girl that's...
Remember, guys, it wouldn't be a gamer movie without a girl.
Which let's talk about that already. Let's talk about that first.
Yeah.
Because there's a thing with this movie. I don't know if it's the script or this was intentional, but the script was pretty, cringy for their characters.
Oh, their romance.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know if that's Spielberg trying to be cool or it's just, that just fits the characters. Because it is,
gamers
online and
I feel like that's how it is in actual online real life.
Are you wearing a full bodysuit?
No, because what's it called? I looked up reviews on this and people had negative about it, and some people said negative. They were like, oh, the relationship was too fast and stuff. But I was like, yeah, but that kind of makes sense because that's how it's online, where it's oh, you fall in love too fast.
You meet someone
because you don't know who's behind the camera.
When I was watching this, I was like, oh my god, I could see this in actual online thing going on.
I could see why, because when they're in that bar dancing, and he was like, no, you don't know who I am, I don't know behind the stuff.
But and then he says his name, and she's just like, what are you doing?
No, she's like, you don't know who I am behind. You don't know what I'm like. You don't know if I'm. She makes it off like she's like an ugly human being. When we see her in the movie, she's still cute. Even though she has that random scar, which even though she has that forehead scar, which just looks like a tattoo. Yeah, tattoo. But she looks cute. It's not like she's like a hideous monster.
Yeah. Not like she's like an ugly gamer girl.
And you can tell that what's it called? The kid, the main character, did like the girl really a lot. Yeah, and he was
he watched all her Twitch streams.
Yeah. Well, she was like a big figure in the game.
Yeah, she's like really famous.
Also, people really complained of how like characters were used in this one, where it's like all the nostalgia characters, and it's like these characters could have easily been cropped out for fake ones. But I'm like, but in this world, you can be whatever you want. It's like VR chat.
They even established you can be whoever you want, do whatever you want.
It makes
whatever
sense
gender you want.
So it makes sense because you have a bunch of people living in this world coming from all sorts of generations. Of course, they'll have more nostalgic backgrounds, like the DeLorean or Tracer or
the Akira bike,
or even just secretly Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so
So like,
cute.
there's like a whole ton of things. I was like,
wait, guys! If you guys were in the Oasis, who would you be?
Oh, Jean from the Emoji Movie.
Axel, who would you be?
5 seconds. 5, 4.
Don't give me time because then I can't think.
I'd be Takua.
Oh, I would be what's it called, Taro from Acceleracers. So I could just be like, I'm gonna pass
Carlos, who would you be in the Oasis?
Oh, when you're driving in the race car,
myself.
I'm gonna pass you.
Why would you be yourself when you can be anything you want to be?
I want to be
A
the
girl
very
gamer.
best.
Like no one ever was. So
You
Ash
can-
Ketchum,
you can
it'd
be-
be Ash. Okay.
I just want to be Taro. So
Hey,
then
guys.
if I'm ever in that race, I just look over. I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna pass them.
Also, some of the Easter eggs they were going through are a bit questionable. Where it's like, okay, the first one, they
the
found out
back
the
one.
race. They have the race and they got to get to the finish line.
But no one could ever pass it.
But no one could ever pass it
Because a donkey.
Not King Kong.
Because King Kong breaks, the tracks. But like he's going back and he's looking at the guy's past and he's like, oh, why can't we just go back in time like Bill and Ted?
And it sounded like really like forced. If you
No, and it's like
Well,
so he decided to drive backwards and he got through it. But I'm like, who? Somebody could have done that on purpose.
Yeah, someone would have been like, alright guys, let's all try driving backwards.
Well, maybe they could have drove backwards, but not backwards far enough. Like,
a
certain amount of distance.
Maybe they probably like drove backwards to like the finish line and then like the start line and just like
yeah, like that. Like,
and they just like checked it.
Let me say I like the actors because.
But then again, however, someone should have really drove.
Joe almost cried at the end.
I'm the only one. Not because of the characters, but. No, because I like the actual main characters.
Oh yeah,
because
cool.
when I think of the book, because I actually read the book here, it's like I think like they look exactly like I would like see the characters.
Imagine them.
Except my only gripe with one character is
Gripe?
what?
Gripe,
like problem.
My
That's
only
an
problem-
actual word.
My only problem is because
Look it up.
is
Look
with
up gripe.
with the black girl.
Like, give me your phone.
What's it called with the black girl because she was a little obnoxious at points.
Black girl.
The black girl, the H.
That wasn't a girl. That was a guy.
It was a girl.
It was a girl.
No, it was a guy.
Remember when they?
Remember when they went into the real world?
Yeah,
and she
yeah,
was an
but
actual girl.
no, I thought that was a guy.
That was a girl.
It's a girl.
Bullshit. That's a guy.
That's a girl.
Let me. Check.
I know the actor. That's a girl.
Here, watch.
Look, see.
Images. It's a girl, Axel. It's a girl. Oh, that's not it.
Yeah, you have to put the actual.
Yeah, no, she's a girl.
What's her name? Polly, Heather.
Yeah, it was like something like that. Yeah, that was the whole point. That was the whole joke. He made a joke that he was like, "You don't know who you're talking to. She could be a dude or he could be a she." That's why she made that joke.
She doesn't look like a guy. It looks really like a girl.
That is a girl.
That's a
why.
girl.
No, I mean that looks more like a guy. I'm gonna be honest.
It's a girl.
I got really confused.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's a girl.
Okay, now I get it.
I found her a little bit obnoxious in the movie.
See,
but I felt like that was.
There's more pictures of her.
Oh yeah, but I felt like that's the character because it's supposed to be the
it
friend.
makes sense, but it's like she was. I think it's because it's like in the book you can't hear her voice, but in this one you can totally understand. You're like, dang, she's actually pretty annoying.
I thought she was cool.
I like the character.
She was cool.
Yeah,
None of them I genuinely hate, but that's my one little gripe.
I like the character. It was like childish, trying to be. She's basically an adult.
Really
She wasn't the mature. No, she was like
she was like the laid back one.
Yeah, she was laid back. And then there's like the part where like he was like showing the girl off like, oh, here's what he made, and he was like, oh, please don't mess with those. Those are like my babies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, what's called? But it's also like that's the joke because these are like their whole like friends in the group.
Yeah.
They're nothing like how they are in real life. Like that one little kid.
Oh yeah, and he's supposed to be like that.
This big samurai guy.
No, there wasn't the big samurai guy. That was the other character.
He was the ninja.
No, he was the ninja one. Was the yellow? The little kid was the yellow ninja one.
Okay, yeah, but you get what I mean, right?
Yeah.
You would have never expected that to be a little kid.
It was really good, actually.
Get out of my room! I'm playing Minecraft.
We'll talk about that in the nostalgia part.
Oh yes.
What's it called?
And then
I do like the big company.
Oh yeah, the big company. I like the guy. He felt like
evil.
You know, this reminded me of Battlefront 2, the whole fiasco where it was like, they want to do something to our game that we don't like, and so literally every gamer like stood up, put their foot down. And finally we got through this. We got rid of microtransactions.
Even though this was a dumb thing that they did, where you like had like his password on his like little setup seat, it felt realistic to someone who would be
Also, I know. Wait, we have Thais talk about her certain character in the movie, which they didn't show off in any trailer, which I was shocked.
The love of my life. Next, Axel. I'm sorry, Axel. Maybe he's a little higher than one of probably the best actors out there, my ray of sunshine, TJ Miller. TJ Miller was in this movie. I completely fell in love. I was like, he was a big skeleton guy.
No, he wasn't a skeleton.
He was kind of a Reaper character.
He was a Reaper, he had a skull, and he was
he was like a beater because he got all those rare items for people.
But he was the whole thing was him assassinating people.
It's funny because
but the joke was he's such big and muscular, but
then TJ Miller's voice comes in.
But in the ending, spoiler alert, they have this weapon that they show off called the Catalyst, which when used it could kill everyone in the Oasis, which is just a stupid item to have in a game altogether.
Come on.
But when the boss guy is actually gonna do it, he's like, "Wait a minute, you're actually gonna do that? No, that's such a camper move." He starts slowly nerd out, and he's like, "No way, man, that's totally cheating."
And I have 10 years of stuff on me.
Yeah. He was such a good character. I liked his whole entire thing in the little bar. And I couldn't take him seriously when he was looking at all those people. I was like, also, "You guys should get out." And it's the voice coming in. I was like,
when I first saw him come, I didn't think a TJ Miller was gonna voice.
I'm sorry.
I didn't think TJ Miller was gonna voice him. He seems like someone with a deep voice, powerful, strong, and then TJ Miller brings out his Gene voice on us.
I think that's the joke.
Yeah.
Well, what's it called?
And I did like a lot of the characters.
No, what's called? What I did like is that they didn't spend a lot of time, outside of the world. Because, the whole interesting part of the book was, the Oasis.
And when they did do that, it would do it for, an important reason. Like
an important action scene.
For example, his whole home, getting destroyed.
Or the whole chase scene.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's there was no, moments where they just stopped and talked. And it felt like just a waste of time.
Yeah.
They were still in the Oasis if they were going to talk about it.
And also, they didn't do exposition. They didn't tell you what it was about. You basically just grabbed the idea from a few sentences they said in the beginning of the movie where they're like, "This is the Oasis. You can be whatever you want and do whatever you want."
Yeah, and I really like that. And I also, God, they did so many smart things in this movie.
Oh no, of course there's a certain smart thing that you're gonna love.
No, I'm not talking about the cameos and other things, but remember how they were tracking him and it's they're recording his voice with this other thing? It's alright, we got his name. So we're gonna check from because he bought the whole.
Yeah, that was smart. That was actually pretty smart.
It was alright, we're gonna do this. We're gonna hunt him down by checking where his suit's been and everything. Even though it didn't end out how it was because the actual.
Also, I really like how the main cast didn't focus on nerd culture.
Yeah.
Where it was one of their characters' skins aren't Batman or something. Yeah.
They were real creative.
They were actually real original, OCs.
Yeah.
Or at least I think. I mean, they all look like they're based on something.
Yeah,
like H clearly looks like he's based off of some sort of World of Warcraft.
Big and buff.
Yeah, and it was really cool.
But they're all not they're not established characters that already exist.
Yeah, they're not trying to do something where it's all right, let's give the main character to be Superman.
I mean, they did do that one time where he's walking into the museum and a bunch of people crowd him up and he's like, "Whoa, man, you're super cool!" And then Goro comes in.
Oh yeah, and pulls him out.
Pulls him out and does the whole. That was really that.
That was cool.
That really made me happy.
Yeah.
Because and then he just an alien pops out of his
Yeah.
His chest.
And then you just see it was Artemis and it's oh, it's so clever.
Yeah. I was like, okay,
And I did the little thing where it's alright, here's a suit.
You need a disguise.
Use a suit and a Clark Kent glasses.
Yeah, no, they did. They called it the Clark Kent glasses, where they like put it on and you're just completely disguised. Like no one knows who you are.
It's such amazing.
That was funny.
Like the only character I feel like that was a big role in the movie was the Iron Giant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because he was building it.
And yeah, they did build it up. They were like, oh yeah, I'm doing it as like a little commission.
And kind of the DeLorean from time to time.
And they did bring in the one thing I did like, and they did like explain it like as an item, like, oh, if you use this item, you can be whatever giant robot you want. And I was like,
for a good amount of time.
Well, yeah, but I'm not talking about that yet. Not yet. Well, what's it called? But like from people online, I hear like, oh, there's too much nostalgia in this movie.
I don't think there was,
especially within the second key they get. But I feel like that was justified, actually.
I really that. Because I thought that was my favorite scene.
They did explain it like, oh, what was the movie going on?
Yeah, there was a reason to jump into The Shining.
And then, like, they also, like, explained, like, oh, this isn't, like, The Shining the movie.
Also,
there was, like, Shining the book.
This is very different because... No, it was the movie.
No. They explained, like, there were some parts that were from the movie, but then there was, like, the zombie lady and stuff like that. And then, like, the dancing people as well in the little thing. It's like, oh, this is all from the book, because the guy didn't really like the movie. He liked the book more. Yeah,
but, I'm just happy that in that scene they did not do here's Johnny.
Oh.
I feel like that would have been like, oh, that's a little too nostalgic.
Yeah.
But
I think we already got our meme from the beginning.
I mean, they did have the whole axe play a role.
Yeah. But then, like,
they had the girl in the tub. They had the two little twins and the hallway of blood.
Oh yeah, and they did that really creatively. Like,
and that was actually very interesting because it's like, especially if you watch The Shining.
Oh, and then
if you've seen The Shining and went into this and you listen to H and he's like, oh, I've never seen this movie. I don't like scary movies. And he falls into every single trap possible.
Yeah, and it was like
great.
And it's like, what happens to The Shining? And it's like, they're like...
Yeah, and then you see the little girls and you're like, oh no.
It's
about to happen.
And then he's like, little girls, you gotta get out of here.
And you're just thinking
the exit?
And you already know
and then,
what's gonna happen. You're like, no.
And then he tried getting at it with, like, the naked girl, like, alright, okay, good.
Yeah,
and then it's like,
woo! Started deteriorating. That was actually pretty cool.
That was, like, really clever.
That was my favorite scene, like, the whole, like, he never took the chance.
I like it because, unlike certain, like, cameos in, like, movies, like Princess Leia in Rogue One.
Yeah.
They're mostly CGI. No, they rebuilt that from the ground up. And I was just... Because the original set doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, they didn't do it where, like, they look so fake. No, it looked like they were...
They weren't CGI. It was all, built, and it looks exactly like, the hotel.
And I was like, oh, wow. This looks really good.
I mean, sure, the whole room with the whole dancing ghost...
That was
CGI, clearly.
That was CGI, and that was, like, not even from the actual movie.
Yeah. But that explains why they created a new room just because it wasn't in the movie.
And they did like each challenge is like based off like the actual creator's like life.
Also,
really cool.
I want to talk about something. I want to talk about the third Easter egg, which is hidden in an Atari game.
Yeah.
But I was having a theory
that
I was totally wrong. No, I'm not saying I hate this part of the movie. Because this is just me nitpicking.
Oh, wait. Disclaimer. While we were there, Joseph threatened to punch me if his theory was wrong.
Wait. Okay.
No, if his theory was right.
No, wrong.
No, he said if his theory was right, then he would punch you in the face.
I said if my theory was wrong, I was going to punch Thais in the face.
Why?
Because I was like, it's Spielberg, it has to be. Okay, so
go ahead.
Basically the ending, they had to find an Atari game, a specific Atari game.
That they all had in like the little pile thing.
Yeah, that they all had, and they're like, oh, it's an Atari game. You got to play an Atari game in order to... But they didn't know which one. They were, calling out, like, Pitfall. They were calling out,
any games that came to mind.
Yeah.
That one ball one again?
The Breakout.
There you go.
They were pulling out all these ones. But I was thinking I was like, Steven Spielberg's in this movie. A movie about video games couldn't be complete without the reason the video game industry almost crashed entirely. And I was like, dude, it's totally gonna be E.T. They're gonna play E.T. and they're gonna get the Easter egg.
No, because if they did play E.T., it would take like a third hour because it would just be Wade Watts like, oh, god damn it.
I know, but it was like if these people played games all their lives and they're like hardcore gamers. Of course, that will get through pretty fast.
But I did actually like what they did do. But that was
just a nitpick. But then I was gonna punch Thais, and then like they gave a reason as to why it was an adventure because it was the first Easter egg in a video game.
Yeah.
Or it was
and I was like, okay, never mind. That is more smarter than my ET.
And that was like really cool and clever. I was like, Good job.
It was actually really emotional too, where he was giving his speech about.
I mean, it was kind of meta. He was playing a game inside a game.
Yeah.
Kind of meta, but
like, hey, whatever.
But hey, here, let's just give us the grades right now before we die.
We gush.
Yeah, we gush.
Oh well, we didn't tell the ending to the movie.
It kind of explains for itself. He gets the key.
He gets the girl.
Well, no, because remember he beats the game, and the guy was like, "Sign the contract, it's yours." He's like, "No, this is the final test."
Well,
yeah, but then it turned into like his whole room is like, "This is my room."
Oh,
and it was like a really funny.
It was a really emotional moment because it's like you see his younger self, and you're like, "Oh, he's always been captured into games."
And like others,
and nerd culture took his life and took he would want to instead of taking this girl out dancing, they watched a movie instead.
And then he explained it like, "Oh, I would have what's it called? I would have done."
And at the end, he learns not to be like the creator, and
be consumed by
be consumed by nerd culture so much. And I just
that was funny. The part
and then I did like the part where the AI was like questioned like, "Oh, are you like an actual AI? And did he die?" And he's like, "Oh, I didn't die." And it's like, "Are you the actual one?" And he's like, "Goodbye." And he doesn't answer.
Yeah.
It's like
he said no. He said no. I'm not an AI, but I'm not the creator because he is dead. He was
because he was legitimately dead.
And then oh, what's going on then? Who are you? And it's like, and he just said goodbye, and he left with the young version.
And he walked off with his young child. I thought that was that snapped right there.
But
that was pretty good.
Where did I put that Easter egg?
Oh yeah, he's like during the car chase, and he was like, "Where's the Easter egg at?"
No. When they're looking through it, and I'm like. And then he pulls it out, and it's this big glowing thing, and I'm like, how the heck did you lose that?
It was pretty funny, though.
And it does, all the nods, and, all the nostalgic moments in this movie are in there. There's a King Kong action figure, there's posters of games on his walls.
Godzilla on his TV set.
Yeah.
Well,
we can't get to that yet.
Well,
we're not getting to that yet.
We'll do that later, and later is totally come.
Alright.
No, what's called final grading for the movie before we die.
It's an A+. Only because of T.J. Miller.
I give it an A. It's pretty good. Even though there are, a bit of things that are wrong with it, it's not too big.
Well, let me just say, a couple podcasts ago when we were doing our recap of the year, I said this movie was going to fail on its own and it's going to be consumed by only nerd culture and stuff. I would like to say that I was wrong for the first time in my life. Wrong.
Wow.
No, you were wrong twice because you thought Gundams were
Well, yeah, but I was 7 years old. What do you expect?
Wrong again?
Well, I'm not wrong saying that I thought that.
Okay.
Well, what's it called? This one, I was like, it's going to be crap. It's going to be crap.
That's why
I never said I thought it was going to be crap. I just said it's going to suck harder because I know Spielberg and I know War of the Worlds.
I even said to Thais oh, we're just gonna watch the movie. It's gonna be just a joke filled thing.
We texted that he was like, oh, if we watch Ready Player One, we could probably make fun of it. We're like, yeah, we could make fun of it.
But there's everything was geniusly done.
Yeah, it was.
So I give this an A-.
People, they even read you know what? I read an article and someone said oh, this movie isn't good.
Yeah, everyone was like, Ready Player One, not that good.
Well, I understand, but. Here, I'm gonna give 2 ratings, okay?
Alright.
I'm gonna give one A for my own rating, and then I'll give it a C+. Because you have to be,
in deep
into nerd culture to understand everything that's going on. Because there was these couple right next to me, right? That just had a straight face throughout the entire movie. They didn't get it. They went out, they thought they were probably gonna see oh, let's see this cute little this movie. And they went in there and they're probably bored out of their minds because they didn't really. I mean, of course they saw Godzilla.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, look, Godzilla. Oof. I don't even think cause they saw the shining part and they're still straight face and not impressed. But they probably don't understand where it's oh, they don't understand all the stuff that they're referencing.
Yeah.
Back and forth and how cool it really is because
they don't really they didn't get
if I took my sister to go see this movie, she'd probably be bored out of her mind. But if I when I saw this movie. I was sitting there and I was gushing.
I was crying.
Because this
he almost cried.
This is what? I did cry. I teared.
Oh, you too.
Which is the third time a movie's done this to me.
Was it a little Indian tear where you see the garbage fall down?
Yeah. No, 4th time a movie made me cry. The first one was The Boy in the Striped Pajamas because obvious reasons.
Oh,
the next one was Logan for obvious reasons.
I've never seen it.
Logan dies at the end. It's
thank you.
It's very dramatic.
Oh, well, thanks for
and then Coco.
Oh, that movie is sad.
and now Ready Player One. But Ready
Dude,
Player
you're
One,
crying a lot this year.
No, Ready Player One didn't make me cry because like, oh, it was so sad and so emotional. It was just
beautiful.
It made me feel like a kid again.
I know, that's what it did.
Looking back at everything I pointed out, I was like, oh my god, there. And I got everything. And I was just sitting there and I was just so... I couldn't stop smiling even after the movie was there. I just couldn't stop.
Like, this movie is probably a thing that like...
But like if my dad went to go see it...
He wouldn't get it.
He wouldn't understand why I love this movie. He'll probably be like, oh, it was mediocre.
It was okay.
No, he wants you when you say it's mediocre. He'll just say mediocre. That's the thing with my parents. It's either something really good, like masterpiece, or shit.
Like the part where he was talking about like you have to enjoy the game. It was the first game where you just kind of wanted.
Yeah.
And then when he was like, it was just got really emotional. Like, oh
yeah,
wow.
I was like, that's
the whole
true.
point of a game.
That's genius.
Because most people in like game
wait,
like
before,
as a kid,
because we're about to
Yeah.
We're about to dive off that cliff. But first, okay, that's my rating. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about the beginning. The beginning opens up, and the first thing you see is Minecraft. The first thing you see is Minecraft.
Out of all the things, the first world.
They even say like this is the most highly digitalized best thing, and all of a sudden.
Yeah, just Minecraft. Well, I mean, of course, if you're in the Oasis and you can create your own world, of course someone's gonna create Minecraft.
So I could tell there was someone who was just like, I'm gonna play Minecraft right now, guys.
Well, even just as crazy as climbing Mount Everest with Batman. Was the second thing they showed.
And
it was Batman Beyond Batman.
And they showed different Batman every.
They showed 3 different Batmans.
I saw Arkham
Origins.
I saw Injustice,
and then I saw Batman Beyond.
Jesus, that was like, all right, but we're not even. That's like a rock. We just talked about a rock.
That was only the start, though.
That was like the first.
Then we move on
we move on and we see characters like
Tracer.
Who's canonly gay in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, of course.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she was canonly gay and she was with Devora.
Let's be honest. It's probably a dude named Tracer. Let's be hella real here.
Right.
They had Hello Kitty. Somebody decided to be Hello Kitty. I don't know why, but
they had Hello Kitty. We saw.
Well, I mean, I guess if everyone's hooked into the game, of course.
Oh yeah,
children.
The abusive dude was one of the guys from StarCraft.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he was like, "Oh, I got all the tough armor, you know."
And just all the references, like I totally forgot about this, but like the holy bomb that they use.
Oh yeah.
I totally forgot, like until I got home, that was Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh,
that was a reference to that movie.
And I didn't know about that. Oh my God.
Or the Rubik's Cube.
Oh yeah, the Rubik's Cube.
Or the Kubrick one. That one was genius.
The one that reverses time.
Yeah.
60 seconds.
That was genius. Also, just like it, like all the nostalgia in here was not meant for ads because. None of these are getting ads at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Akira ain't gonna get like 20 ads.
Yeah,
and that was like
I was kind of surprised that they didn't even have Power Rangers in this movie, or at least not that I noticed.
Maybe
they didn't even have if they were going to go really obscure, they could have did Kamen Rider.
Oh, I would have. If they did Kamen Rider, been like, yes.
But I know how much you want to talk about it, Axel.
When the
just go up to the mic.
Let me say this. You had your TJ Miller. You had your TJ Miller. That was my moment. The main villain, went out into the field, and he was like, "Boys, you about to see my true form?" And he transforms into Mechagodzilla, and he started killing people. I'm like, oh no, what are we gonna do? Then one of the Asian kids come in, and he speaks in Japanese, and he has that one item that lets you transform to any
and then it went silent.
And then he said, I choose the form Gundam, and he flies in, and he fights him, and it was only for a few minutes.
Yeah, but if you don't know, we know Axel for a long time, and his two favorite things are Godzilla and Gundam. So,
and then they were fighting.
You know what I really like about that battle? The Chucky doll they pulled out.
Yeah.
Where they threw Chucky out, and all of a sudden you see all these players going red because Chucky's just jumping around killing them.
And then you remember the one little thing they had, that little squish ball? That was like
that was an actual toy from the 90s.
And he threw it in, and he was like, "What?" And he destroyed the Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
And I was like,
When he pulled out the dinosaur, the little thing, I was like, is this Godzilla? Are you for real? I was actually about to.
Okay, my only gripe with this movie is that they did show the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but they were the new Michael Bay ones. Like, what the hell?
They could have shown us the old Ninja Turtles.
Or at least some sort of, like, comic book edition.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been way better.
Yeah.
Because, like, 5 years from now, somebody's going to look at that and be like,
you know what else?
That's not gonna be the
you know
iconic.
what else we saw? We saw a blue streak speeding by Sonic.
And we did not see a modern Sonic. That looked like a classic to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It did do like the homing attack a bit, but
it kind of looked like that, but it looked way too small to be like a modern Sonic.
Yeah. So I was like, probably not.
So like,
and then we get to the part where they're all around the little console thing, and the main evil guy is fighting, and they do a little martial arts. The kid, he does not one Street Fighter move, but two. He does the Hadouken, and then he does Guile's front flip kick to the balls.
Really? I thought that was Chun-Li's move.
No. Chun-Li's move is the million kicks.
Who cares? Chun-Li was in the movie, though.
Yeah.
Ryu was in the movie for just a split second.
Yeah.
And there's this one scene, there was like the dance scene, right?
You know what? If they did get licenses from Nintendo, the Power Glove would have been some sort of, involvement in this movie. You know.
But like,
you would have seen like the kid running through with the star, and he's like,
or they would have thrown a Falcon Punch. They would have thrown a Falcon Punch.
I would have seen the villain do that. Like,
no, not even that. They'll probably replace like the whole doing two Street Fighter moves at the same time. They'll throw Hadouken, and while he gets hit by that, he'll run to him and go Falcon.
Oh, that would have been.
That would have been, and you would have seen like I was saying, like during that race, they did show off a bunch of like different vehicles. I didn't see.
They showed the A-Team. I saw the Mach 5 from Speed Racer.
Yeah. I saw Smokey and the Bandit.
Ooh, I don't know what that is, but that's
it's really good.
Smokey and the Bandit car looks pretty.
Oh yeah. Let's not forget about that. I didn't see the Ghostbusters car, and I didn't see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the shell van. I feel like that would have been pretty cool.
Dude, what I wanted to see was Taro's car from Acceleration.
Well, of course they're not gonna do that.
It would have been funny to see. I'm gonna pass you.
Yeah. I'll have you know.
Oh, and then there was the monster truck.
Did they show the mystery machine?
I don't know if they showed the mystery machine.
Maybe ? Period.
I think when the Tyrannosaurus Rex be from.
Oh, let me just tell you, the creator of that world is a complete asshole because during the movie they're talking and the girl's asking the guy like, "Do you really know who this guy really is?" And he was like, "Oh, his favorite first-person shooter was GoldenEye." And his favorite character was Oddjob. No one plays Oddjob because whoever picks Oddjob would be the one getting attacked. He's super OP because of his size. You don't do that.
He was like, I knew I chose Oddjob.
Alright, we should talk about that love relationship that was going between the...
Who fucking cares? We're talking about nostalgia.
The only thing I will say about that was during the dance scene. Yeah. He has the full armor, but he's like, oh, you get the full body, I see. Like... And then she does the little rub up to his crotch. She was like, oh.
What's it called? I do like it because the coat, like when they pull out that orb and they're saying stuff to the orb to create the force field. I like that because the saying they're saying was up, down, left, right, backwards.
Aww.
And I was like, that was pretty cool.
Also, did I mention TJ Miller? I don't think I've mentioned him enough.
He should have been actually Gene in this movie.
Well, it would have been funny if he's like, I'm gonna take my true form now, and he transforms to the emoji.
Oh, hey guys, you need to help me escape the Oasis.
Also, I didn't like. I was watching IGN's video, and apparently the gun that what's her face is using in the movie during the war scene is actually the chainsaw gun from Gears of War.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice that either until they pulled a close up, and I was like, that is.
Oh yeah, and then like if you didn't see, they showed these guys a lot. They showed the Halo guys a lot, running around shooting people.
They showed many Spartans.
Yeah, like all together, there's like firing.
Also, the biggest reference of all that really made me happy. I don't know why. But, okay, see, they're running towards the bridge, right, trying to get to the enemy's lair. And then the bridge breaks, and they're like, oh no, how are we going to get on the bridge? And the Iron Giant sacrifices himself to create a bridge. And that's a reference to Shrek 2. With Gingy, that big Gingy was like, oh no, we have to go save him. But they're like pouring milk on Gingy.
Pretty good.
Yeah, see?
I think they little reference.
I don't know why. I could have thought of anything else during that moment. I was like, Shrek 2.
Then he gives him a thumbs up when he's dying.
Yeah.
I would have liked.
Which was also a reference. I forgot what reference it is, but that's also a reference.
It's Terminator.
Where
where he's like melting in the thing. And he's like, I give you the thumbs up.
Yeah, but we did see a Mega Man in there too.
I didn't see Mega Man.
Mega Man was in the. No, they didn't show off a Mega Man, but they showed off the Mega Buster.
And did they show a little when they're in the little thing where like, oh look around, and you just see like another Tracer cameo.
Yeah.
I didn't notice like any other stuff. Because, like, I couldn't see it because it went in so quickly. Like, you have to be, like...
My Little Pony was in here. Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah, Twilight Sparkle. I saw Twilight... Or at least I saw something that looked kind of like Twilight Sparkle. I can't confirm. If you can't confirm, good for you.
It was a brony. Probably a brony.
No, it was probably a man.
I'm surprised. They didn't have Pac-Man in there, and I would have assumed Pac-Man would have
been... No, it's because of pixels.
I was going to say that. They don't want to associate with pixels.
If they have...
They did a lot of stuff that they associated with pixels. I mean, come on.
I swear, I felt... Oh, you know what would have been better than T.J. Miller if he was in the villain?
I guess
no, T.J. Miller? No. What's it called?
Don't even say
What was that one
Patrick
guy?
Stewart?
No, not Patrick Stewart. The other guy.
Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler would be in the villain. He's like, alright.
No, I feel like that EA guy would have made more sense.
Oh. Adam Sandler?
No, what's it called? No, but... I get
the
the reason why Pac-Man wasn't included was because the whole Wreck-It Ralph is, still coming out.
It's like saving.
It would have been cool if we actually... I would have liked to see Wreck-It Ralph. I don't know why.
Well,
not really Wreck-It Ralph. I would like to see, like, other games. Like, I would love to see Bowser of some sorts.
Ooh,
or like a Donkey Kong going around throwing barrels.
Ooh, I would have liked to see maybe, like, I don't know. Maybe like Simon Belmont? But that's stretching it.
Yeah. Well, no, not really. I mean, that's the whole point. It's supposed to be pulling out the whole...
Maybe, like, I don't know, if they can show Simon, then maybe just, like, a la carte.
No, probably not a la carte, but Simon, that would have been, like, an indefinite. I feel like, because they would have had to create a completely separate model for that.
Oh, yeah, they would have...
Because there's never been a 3D-looking Simon Belmont.
I mean, there's, like, Judgment Simon. They could have...
No, but I mean, like they would have used his 8-bit version. Oh, yeah. Threw it back in 3D.
Do you know what's one of my favorite
But also, he would have probably, like, if in, like, 3D, he'd probably look like a very generic guy with a whip.
Oh, yeah.
So, the people...
I mean, they could have made it, like his newer version, where, like, his new version, he has redder hair now.
They were selling, at the store, they were selling Scorpion's, spears.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think one of my favorite parts of this movie was the part where the guy was like, there's only one mention of this girl's name. He was like, bet. And they were like, alright, bet. And he won it, and he got that quarter, and he was like, I don't want this quarter. He's like, you gotta...
With extra life?
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
That made sense, because it was like a quarter, you add a quarter into a video game slot.
But, like, at the same time, he never really looked at it like, what is this?
Yeah, well, that's the point. That's the point. That was supposed to be the ultimatum at the end, where it's like, oh, he's not dead because he had that quarter.
That felt like out of nowhere for me. That's me, to be honest.
I thought that made sense, but they didn't really
explain it.
Or I thought that was
like maybe could have said like you're probably gonna need it one day.
Really, they could have took that out and just took the ultimatum bomb out and just had a more intense fight.
Yeah. Oh, I would have liked
because that ultimatum bomb was kind of OP, yeah.
Well, actually, like the whole idea, like if I can't have this Oasis, no one can have it.
Yeah, but I thought that would be really like stupid because like everyone want to start like imagine having something like that in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
I feel like someone would have just like responded, start running to the field. It's like, wait, someone stop that guy.
You would have to get the three things again.
I was surprised no one was Naruto running.
I was expecting.
I would have liked to see a Naruto reference. Maybe just like the main character doing like a quick Naruto.
Maybe the Hadouken should have been replaced with the Kamehameha.
Maybe
that would have made a lot more, because there was no Dragon Ball in there, and Dragon Ball is.
Oh really?
Maybe there was Dragon Ball, but we just didn't see it.
I mean, they had Gundam.
Yeah.
I don't understand what they could have done. They could have done like a weapon where it's like all 6 of the Dragon Balls and you get something like the dragon.
Oh yeah, and he could have, and he's like, alright, go attack all these people.
Yeah.
And he's like, go where
Can you imagine getting the Cloud Nimbus? Is this the name?
Oh, maybe
the Nimbus Cloud and Dragon.
I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that being like a little item.
Or if they like in the racing scene, they did like Kirby's star.
Oh, maybe someone like asked Kirby. He's like, hi.
Well, I think that like it would be unfair because you could just fly over Kong.
Well, no, not like they could have it like what's it called?
It was like
the one Kirby racing game.
Oh,
because in that one you couldn't really do that.
Yeah, you're right. All right.
Oh, you know what? I would have.
The only reference to Nintendo they had in there was a Mario Kart, and that was just her saying Mario Kart.
I'm just practicing my Mario Kart.
Yeah. They did a lot of references in that movie.
It was a good movie. Like it was just like it felt like.
And we're only scratching the surface. We're just talking about the stuff we noticed.
I liked T.J. Miller, my husband. Axel, sorry, I love.
But
you.
still, I would have like I threw this idea out when we were talking about it after the movies. I was like, dude, like if they did a Gundam and fighting Godzilla, and they had Nintendo's license, you know they would have probably given him the Master Sword. I was like, you know for a fact.
Oh, that would have been like...
No, you know that sword, I was gonna say, you know that sword, the fire... whatever that that Link has, and when he's in his big mode. Because the Master Sword isn't that big, but the other sword with that giant Link, the Fire Deity, Fierce Deity mask when he has that giant sword.
No, but I don't feel like that'd be just as iconic though. Like
they would have gave him the Master Sword.
Yeah, it'd probably either be the Master Sword, or it'd be like a Star Rod from Kirby.
Yeah, but like that Gundam was way too big for just a tiny Master Sword.
Well, that's why you extend the Master Sword.
That's why it would have been like it would drop in his head.
Him do like a charge attack.
Oh yeah.
They could have done a reference with all the NES references. They could have added the Duck Hunt Dog, and like people are trying to shoot him and they're missing, and they're just like the Duck Hunt Dog's just laughing at them.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
I would have liked to see I would have seen like a Minecraft. Maybe like a guy who's dressed in Minecraft.
Guy who like tomahawks a diamond pickaxe to somebody.
I wish I
no, maybe I would have.
When they die, you hear oof.
No, oh yeah, when like the giant bomb explodes, all you hear the thing is like oof.
I feel like we're missing something. I feel like we're missing an important part of this movie.
I don't know.
All it really is background characters now.
Yeah.
So I guess that was our nostalgic rant, and I guess this is the end of the podcast.
Go support Ready Player One.
It's gonna be about 3 hours long. You know that, right?
Oh, Carlos, you were here.
Whoa, Carlos, we thought you left.
I was watching videos.
What were you watching? Porn.
Yeah.
And we know
okay, great. So this is the Lost Adventures podcast.
It's about
episode 25.
2 hours and 45 minutes.
It's long.
Yeah, okay, this is the Lost Adventures podcast. Be sure to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe.
Or don't. I don't care.
Next time we're gonna be reviewing Assassination Classroom and Hot Wheels.
Beat it!
So stay tuned.
We're gonna go home.
Yeah, we're going home right now.
Well, I'm already home, so.
No, he's not.
Stop
he's homeless.
right now. Stop the podcast.
Stop right now.
Pause it.
Stop.
Please.
Please like, comment, and subscribe, you pussies.